We got Remy Ma calling out papoose in a fake relationship. We got Rod away shooting at his girlfriend 14 times. Come on, man, you that tender? Man, we gonna teach you over here at Tales from the Crib. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Matter of fact, hit that like button. While you at it, hit that notification bell, because GloRilla said it's over between her and Megan Thee Stallion, and I stand with Big Glow. You already know what it is, man. It's Team Tory over here, man. Where your umbrellas at? But hey, man, it's Philly Supreme 305 with my co-host
Chico Grande Chico 2 times. Welcome to another week of drama, another week of craziness, another week of Diddy news. You know my co-host is hyped about that.
Of course, man. It's free Diddy until it's backwards, man.
This is why we're getting unsubscribers.
Man, listen, yeah. Don't worry. Man, listen here, don't worry about that, man. And Diddy, we trust. As soon as Diddy get pardoned by Trump, he finna support TFTC podcast. We gonna be the new Carissa, please.
And when that happens,
but I'm not
I will
be
be doing the casting call for a new co-host.
What?
So go ahead and put your applications and your resume down below. My co-host is trying early to get us canceled, but I'm not letting it happen.
Man, you can't. You exchanged me for a light-skinned dude. I'm slapping you. It better be a dark-skinned man. It better be Seth. If it ain't Seth, I'm slapping you. Real talk.
You're not going to be in the position to slap.
Let it be DDG, a Drake.
Actually, DDG already hit me up for a collab video. He said he wanted to bring India Love by the studio.
Hey, yo, what kind of party y'all throwing?
I don't know. He said something about an industry blunt. But it's time to start the show. Welcome to Tales from the Crib. Go ahead and pull up the first story of the day. Speaking of crashing out, Rod Wave shot up his girlfriend's car 14 times after a heated argument. He is now arrested on multiple charges, but it looks like he's trying to say, oh, no, they got this all wrong. What happened?
Man, I don't know what's going on, man. Rod Wave is just too tender. I swear, this isn't the first time I heard Rod Wave get in a fight, an argument with a female. Every time you turn around.
I didn't know he had beef with you.
Whoa, first off, I beat you in a treadmill every time. What are you talking about? What happened last time on the treadmill?
Nah, what's funny, though, is you want to talk about excellence. Watch me do the treadmill and then the Versa Climber and still beat his original Versa Climber score. If we want to talk about champions,
so you say you're versatile?
We can talk about me later, but we're talking about Rod Wave.
Oh,
we're trying to get to the bottom of this.
Okay.
He said it was a robbery or something like that. That's the whole reason that the car was shot up. Is that true?
Man, that's what he tried to frame it. That's what he tried to frame it as. I mean, what it's looking like here after doing the research, basically what's going on is that allegedly what happened is that the neighbors called the cops. The neighbors called the cops because one of the neighbors' houses got hit with a bullet. And just so happened, this bullet came from Rod Wade's house. Now, allegedly, what they're alleging is that the police came, they pulled up, they saw a pretty little thing sitting on the side of the road by the house, saying, that, oh no, we just got robbed. Somebody came in, they burglarized the house, they took all the money in a safe. The cops look in the house and everything, they search everything. They see that it's bullet casings. They see there's bullet casings everywhere. At least 10 to 12 bullet casings from the staircase all the way to the driveway. They also see that the girlfriend's vehicle was also hit up in the car. We gonna show you the vehicle that they were talking about and also Rod Wade's charges. Then we gonna come out and tell you what else dumb that he did, man. This should have been on Shaq and the Fool. This really
most definitely.
This worse than JaVale McGee.
Let's see. I'm gonna play the clip here. That's the car you shot up?
Yep.
Yeah, I just got my fucking dream.
Ooh, how you got a
cherry on a bitch? G63, don't play with me. Oh, 2025, y'all see?
2025, she going all the way through it. Got the thing. Okay.
Ooh.
I think you look kind of nice though. Ain't no lie. I'm not lying.
I can see why he shot the car. That was already a little too loud for my ears.
Oh,
he was probably telling her to be quiet and she wasn't listening.
Oh Lord.
And he's like, I got the ultimate silencer.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know what he told her, but she listened because what the cops are alleging is that when they went there and they seen the bullet cases everywhere, they said the story didn't feel like it made sense because they went to the backyard, they seen footprints, they even allegedly seen the fence allegedly knocked down.
Rod Wave fell on the fence.
So I mean, I don't know, but they're saying is that they had to basically get a search warrant and get the camera footage from Rod Wade's house because think about it, what rich person don't got cameras? I mean, I know regular people that got cameras. My next door neighbor got cameras.
Yeah, I mean, people in the apartments now got cameras, so
Exactly.
it just is what it is.
So you know, if you rich, if you rich, it's one of your many houses. You know, you got cameras You know, you got cameras everywhere. So the police get the cameras. They saying that when they looked at the footage, this is what they saw. They saw Rod Wade and his girlfriend allegedly getting in an altercation, and Rod Wade's friend was there. While Rod Wade's friend was there, they seen everything going on. He played it cool. He wasn't trying to stop it or anything like that. It looked like he was used to it. It looked like he was
probably
used to
goes on all the time.
Exactly. You know, Rod Wade tender. Come on, look at him. All his girlfriends be like, what, 9s and 10s. You know he ain't used to that.
Ain't tricking if you got it.
I mean, he got them banned. He was taking his girls to Turkey and Caicos and doing all that stuff, of course.
That's crazy to buy a G-Wagon, but that's not the car that got shot up. That's not the G-Wagon.
I mean, that's one of the cars that got shot up.
I think 2 cars got hit. Did that the one they showed and this one?
Yeah, exactly. So you going back
but he wasn't shooting at her. He just shot the cars.
Exactly. He was shooting at her, but not really at her. Like, you know, somebody standing in front of you, but you point the gun. Oh,
you try to pull a Tory. You try to make her dance.
I mean, exactly. You know, you try to make a dance, and you know, you hit the car like you said. You pay for the car, so I mean, it ain't nothing.
It's my car. I can shoot it up if I want.
Exactly. So you know, he shot up the car.
Except you can't shoot rounds in the neighborhood.
Exactly. He shot up the car. He hit the next door neighbor house. He said he tried to get away. He hopped in his car with his homeboy. That's when he ran over the steps, bust that tire.
Yeah. Apparently he was trying to get past the other car, but it couldn't move it because it was shot up. Mm-hmm. So he tried to get past it, and he ended up hitting it.
That is hilarious. I can tell right now. I know he was mad as hell. Then the simple fact is, like, you ran, like you hit the steps, you mess up your car, you hop out, you run through those cars. You run through the backyard, you jump over the fence, you break the fence. Allegedly. And then you call your bodyguard up. Your bodyguard picks you up. And you know what's funny? Like, we've been watching all these court cases, and they can get this. They can get the cell phone pinging records, because you know every in every court case,
your phone, they know exactly where you were at,
and they can be like, "Sir, like, so you said," and then on top of that, what make it matters even worse is when they pulled up and they seen the girlfriend on sitting on the steps, they were like, "Where's Rod Wade?" She was like, "Oh yeah, he's not coming here tomorrow." So
then she tried to even cover too.
She tried to cover it too, and on top of that, she called her mom.
She didn't.
It was weird. Like, how you call your mom crying, but then you cover for him, then you lie to the cops for him, like.
She doesn't want to lose her privilege.
She lost her car. She lost her favorite car. It's gone now.
Well, because it got shot up.
I mean, hey.
But she figured, I'll get another car. He'll apologize.
Hell nah. She had to go. You called the cops.
The neighbors called the cops.
Hey, I mean, she called her mama. It's even worse. I really call the cops than your mama. The cops forget. Your mama ain't gonna never forget.
Nope.
Exactly.
You're never gonna live that down.
Exactly. Think about it. How many girls you know did you run that your mama know about, and if she see him right now, she slap him?
Everyone.
Exactly. Whoa. You ain't got no nice ones? What's going on? Are you meeting them at church?
No.
You know, the good ones are at church.
No. My problem is I like attractive women, but a lot of times their attitudes be stanky.
Told you, man.
We look good in the face, but a disgrace in the soul.
I told you, man, 5 and 6s is where it is.
5 and 6s grant the wishes.
Exactly.
Rod Wade, though, I expected better from him. You know, really? He's a celebrity. I didn't really feel like he was like that. He doesn't really hit me as the type to be a loose cannon, to be like Chris Brown, who we constantly hear about going off. So it was a little shocking, because isn't it his songs more like more singing, kind of more like rap R&B?
Yeah, it's like a little rap, a little R&B. You know, like your mom's a single parent. Your mom has a whole bunch of kids, and she's struggling, and she's dancing on the side, or you know, his friends using them and taking his money, and how he was close to a whole bunch of people. But I just want to know how you portray this, and also you a horrible criminal, because how you tell your bodyguards to pick up the shell cases and everything that was left there, and then you forget the cameras.
Yeah, that's crazy that they didn't clear the footage. That the cops basically came in and said that none of the stories matched up. Mm-hmm. So they're like, "Oh, you got a Ring camera, you got a security system. Let's get the footage from that."
This Ring camera's getting everybody now. Like, you can't do I don't see how people do crimes nowadays. If every way, like, you got too many stuff to worry about. You got to worry about a Ring camera. You got to worry about the street light cameras. Street light cameras out there. You got to worry about regular pedestrians passing and snitching. It's always a regular pedestrian just walking in when
People be randomly outside.
exactly, no matter all the time. So it's like you got to watch out for so many things. So to get away with any type of thing,
What's crazy is nowadays, yeah, it's basically you got to do a crime that they don't care about. Because I feel like if there's any crime where they just do a little bit of digging, that you're gonna get got.
Facts.
I mean, even like 10, 15 years ago, you could get away with more crime, but nowadays, if you're doing anything that's up there, they're gonna get you.
Mm-hmm. And then with this, I mean, I wonder what it's gonna get with this. Like, you shot 14 times, you hit your car. So I mean, I know that's reckless. That's reckless endangerment.
Unlawful discharge.
I mean, and I think he's a felon, convicted felon with a firearm.
What do you do?
He be slapping girls. He be allegedly.
Is that how he got his felon?
I mean, he's been doing a lot. He does a lot of not that, but you know, he's always in some type of physical altercation or some type of altercation.
That's crazy. I mean, I'm not really a fan of
Some
Rod
R&B
Wave.
singers. What you got? This
I did not think that he would be acting like this, but The Weeknd kind of acts like this.
What about Trey Songz?
Trey Songz is going to be next on the Rico list. He's having his own type of Diddy parties.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the streets say.
He definitely allegedly is. But I mean, with this situation,
he's giving you that Aston Martin music, making you like it.
But with this situation, you know, the police did arrest him. They did release him. They did release him. So I mean, he is free. But I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen between him and his girlfriend. I wouldn't keep her. I mean, if I shot at you for some alleged reason, then you call your mama, like, no, you better take that to the grave.
One, you shouldn't be shooting at a significant other.
I'll give you that.
I mean, especially if you live in a regular neighborhood. I mean, really, it's never appropriate, especially if you're a celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
If someone gets you mad, never do the dirt yourself. You literally have money for people to handle that.
Okay, Diddy.
Nah.
All right.
Ain't no Kid Cudi situation over
All
there.
right, baby, Mr. Baby Oil. But nah, I mean, this situation's crazy. But I need y'all to comment down below. Let us know how you feel about this whole situation. Do you feel like Rod Wave's just a dummy? I mean, like, he just too tender for these females. I mean, he should just be single. Like, we got enough songs from you. You got enough hit number one out and hit number one songs. So just be single. We need some happy Rod Wave.
I feel like a lot of people, like, instead of being like single and doing crazy stuff, they don't want to be constantly exposed. So they try to get a ride or die. But then the ride or die be around so much that they got all this dirt on you.
True.
So then it's like you gotta almost bow to them. So it's people getting tricked out of their spot either way, either with their ride or die chick or the Tatianas that they tend to deal with. So
I definitely see that. I definitely see that, and also I do hear
not
about
everyone can find a Savannah James.
Exactly. I mean, another thing that people always say is like these R&B singers. Since a lot of R&B singers always want to sing about pain and everything, they have to continuously go through pain. So it like if it doesn't happen, you have to force it. You have to force it. So, like, you know, you'll talk to a girl, like, you talk to a girl, you know, you're not supposed to talk to.
That's like my coach. He said, I grew up in these streets toxic just so I could have a plethora of stories to tell on podcasts. That was your excuse.
About Costa became a Boy Scouts of Blood?
No, that was Seth.
All right.
That was Seth. Check out Seth's channel, realgood_Doty. If you want to check out our other hosts from our NFL videos, be on the lookout. NFL videos coming soon. We might do a couple before the season starts. And then once the season starts, we will be doing weekly breakdowns every week. If you're watching this on TFTC Clips, make sure you go to Tales from the Crib so that way you can get the full podcast first, and then the show gets clipped out later and put on TFTC Clips throughout the week. Anything else on this?
Nothing about this, man. Y'all comment down below, man. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button. But moving on to the next topic here.
We gotta talk about G to the L to the O, Big Glow.
What happened?
Megan the Stallion allegedly unfollows GloRilla after she posted an Instagram story featuring Tory Lanez song. GloRilla responds by unfollowing her too. They say it's a death of a friendship, and she says, "I'm forever grateful for the heart I have, the way I love, the way I treat people, my pure intent. It's all a blessing." So is that like kind of sub shots that Glow's doing? What do you think?
Girl, I mean, listen here, man. I said girl. Man, listen here, man. GloRilla out here breaking girl code, man. Listen, how you see everything, you can steal everybody, man, but you can't see that the same person that your homegirl beefing with is songs in the background. Like, I mean, I don't understand it. Like, I don't know how you could have made this mistake, but I mean, we got a video right here. We finna show you how tight Megan and Glo used to be, and then we gonna come back and tell you some more drama that came out about the situation.
Do you feel like there's a difference between Glo and GloRilla?
I feel like it's not a difference at all.
It's a trash.
Me either. Like I
oh
feel like how
God.
you rap and what you rap about, that's your real life. Like
Yes,
you be
like
walking around just like this, turn all the time.
Yes, like I literally don't like what I rap about is literally me. Like I don't got no, oh, okay, I'm finna hang GloRilla up and go be Glo and go be a good girl. Like, no, I'm just me. Like
That's one of the things I really like about you. Like, because it's very hard to meet a real person in the industry. And as soon as I met you, it was just the same every time.
yeah. I ain't gonna lie. When we first met, I could like tell like you was like scared to like let people in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell that about you. But you know, I'm a fan of you, so I know your background and stuff. So I was like, okay, I understand why she like this. She'll come around.
I'm a fan.
Yeah. And now we close friends.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes me very happy.
Oh, she hanging out with Cardi B? And Meg.
No, look at that. Look how close they was. Now you don't see none of them hanging around. Now you may not see any of these three hanging around each other like that. But it looks like here, as soon as the situation happened, Megan Thee Stallion and GloRilla unfollowed each other, then refollowed each other after that. And then you already know GloRilla had
Already refollowed?
Yeah, she already refollowed.
Oh
I mean,
God.
you know it's business stuff. I mean, like personally, you probably don't mess with the girl, but business wise, you got a song together. Y'all just did tour together, so I mean, I would understand if y'all follow each other back like that again. But I mean, when it comes to like going to parties and everything like that, we ain't finna really kick it. We'll.
Do you think that Glo is being honest that she just reposted something and didn't check the song and didn't notice that it was a Tory song, that she just like, oh, this is my other friend, I'm gonna repost their thing?
I mean,
it wasn't her post; it was literally a repost.
So
technically, she didn't post it; she reposted it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I give you that. Technically, you did repost it, but it's still your job to know not to post. These girls is petty nowadays. If you miss a girl birthday, like if a girl birthday come up and you don't go to the birthday party, what happens?
Get mollywopped.
Exactly. So and none of that.
I've seen Real Housewives.
No, my enemy is your enemy. If a girl,
And you know what the enemy of my enemy is?
what?
My friend.
Hard. That's exactly what's going on. I feel like it's nobody Megan Thee Stallion can trust. I mean, you see Tory Lanez out
You
here.
can trust me.
Definitely.
She can trust me Monday through
I
Sunday
heard you listen
and
to-
twice on Fridays.
You listen to Tory Lanez.
I ain't never listened to Tory Lanez. I can't even name you a Tory Lanez song. I really can't name you a Tory Lanez song off the top of my head.
You said Alone at Prom. I heard you say it right there.
No.
I heard you.
I don't even know what is that off a mixtape?
How you
Is
know that?
That's an old song.
What's the name? Name one of the songs. Just name a song. Exactly.
Who?
That's the name. See right there. See, I told you.
No, I
See,
don't.
exactly.
See, I don't listen to no
Exactly.
Tory Lanez.
He's a Tory Lanez stan also, but I mean everybody knows
I
Tory.
listen to some GloRilla.
Exactly. Everybody knows Tory Lanez.
I watch Megan Thee Stallion videos on mute.
Disrespectful. Everybody knows Tory Lanez's team is out here trying to smear Megan Thee Stallion. I mean, they saying a whole bunch of things.
I'm trying to smear Megan Thee Stallion. It's a common goal of a lot of us.
No, they're trying to smear her in a bad way. They trying to
Oh.
ruin her reputation, ruin her career. You trying to get in the battle with her. They trying to take all her money. Think about it, because I mean, as soon as this happens, because I mean, everybody knows they're alleging that they have new evidence. The bodyguard that's allegedly Kelsey's allegedly heard Kelsey to admit that it was her doing the crime. Then they're saying they have new camera footage. Because you remember what we said, camera footage is everywhere.
Always comes out, yeah, like the secret LeBron angle.
Exactly.
They found the Eagle cam.
Exactly, some weird camera angles. So they got some weird camera angles showing that, Kelsey did it. So they're alleging that they finna drop this information. So they trying to ruin my girl career. She can't get a hit. She over here going to K-pop songs trying to get hits now. That you could cheaper
That's the
songs.
wave. Everyone knows that's the wave right now. Check us out
That's
on
not
Crib
the wave.
Reactions. If you want to see Megan Thee Stallion K-pop reactions, I think we already did a couple of them. My co-host loved it. He absolutely loved the song. I think did they do a song with Twice?
Yeah, they did.
He loved it. But I don't know. I think Megan Thee Stallion, I don't know. It's just like it's a dark cloud over her career.
Mm-hmm.
I know she's trying to avoid it, but it's one thing if Tory would have got like probation, right? I feel like everyone could have moved on.
Mm-hmm.
If Tory would have got a slap on the wrist, everyone could have moved on. But him like getting a lengthy like what
10 years?
a decade or more jail sentence, and he already got attacked in prison. It looked like he was targeted of a stabbing. The video leaked a little bit before the podcast. We were seeing posts on Instagram that the video leaked of his attack, and you could tell he was 100% targeted. And we don't know if the other people were paid off because literally no one helped him. And you think if it's a celebrity getting attacked, someone might jump in because they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna get my, help on my bucks. If I help Tory,
look out.
He's gonna look out for me." But I wonder if they're like, "Oh, that's official business. I'm gonna stay out of it, or I'll be the next target."
Man, you already know.
That's what it seemed like happened.
You already know Rock Nation put that hit out for Tory Lanez.
That's what the internet says.
Allegedly, that's what the internet says. Because, they don't want Tory Lanez to get free. We still don't even know if Tory Lanez is going to be deported back to Canada. All we know is
Why couldn't they just deport him instead of making him do a jail sentence here? Why couldn't that be the ruling?
They want you to
like you're just not allowed in America no more.
Because they feel like
you got to serve some time.
No, they feel like other places want to respect it. Like, you did the crime in the United States, but if you go to Canada, they'll be like, man, we don't care about that. We're gonna set you free, and we're gonna be like, but he needs to be punished.
No, I thought it's the whole thing about deporting someone is you send them back to their country and they didn't commit any crimes in their country, so they don't got nothing on their record there.
Nah, I mean
it's almost like if you move states, unless you're doing like, first degree or some type of thing where you off someone, as long as you did like medium to small level crimes, you just move another state and you got a clean slate.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, yeah, you a clean. That's what they don't like that. We don't want no clean state. We want them to know that you in trouble. It's like, think about it. If you got your parents and your parents are separated, and you got in trouble at one of your parents' houses, you on punishment. When they drop you off at if your punishment is you can't go outside, you can't play their video games, you can't watch TV. 9 times out of 10, when that parent takes you to the other parent house,
they're gonna let them know that you're in trouble.
You're in trouble, and guess what? Guess what grandma gonna do?
Let me do what I want because grandma was awesome. Exactly. Grandma never listened to the rules. She's like, you're fine, mijo. It's okay. We want something to eat. I'm like, yes, grandma. Don't fall for their foolishness. That's exactly what would happen.
Exactly.
Grandma never listened to. I was like, don't listen to the cheese man.
Cheese man? Are you gonna listen to the tribal chief?
Yeah.
He's.
I'm the future, grandma. You're gonna listen to the past. Or you're gonna listen to the future.
And that's how you get him, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, it's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. But I mean, basically, that's what's going on with the whole Tory Lanez. That's why they don't want to deport him yet. But I feel like Trump gonna pardon him. I mean, even if it goes,
I don't think Trump likes Tory like that.
He already put a statement out for Tory.
Well, that feels bad for him.
I mean, he felt it was unjust. I mean, right now, Trump is going after all these government people that's basically
he is in the pardoning mode. We'll get into that in the topics in a
couple seconds.
Yeah, in a little bit. But yeah, I mean, Tory could eventually be on the list. I don't know if he will. I think unless they make it with a public video camera or they get that eyewitness case of the bodyguard to actually for him to testify. If he does if something like that happens, I could see him doing it to speed up the process.
Sure.
But we'll see. We'll definitely see. I think Megan Thee Stallion was literally trying to do everything she could by appeasing international fans, by getting in literally the best shape she's ever been in her life.
Facts.
And posting all kinds of Tatiana pics. That's going to, she's like, how could you hate me if I look this good?
I can see that.
And it feels like, she was turning some opinions with those pics.
She got you.
I mean, I didn't really care about the case from the get-go.
Oh Lord, the ultimate hater, right there. Oh Lord,
I mean,
ultimate defense.
I mean, I'm like a DDG playing ultimate defense.
Oh,
it's just
Gotta get him out the paint somehow.
Hey, you got to take out the short king sometimes, and you can't be physical with him because then you look like a bully if you take down a short king. Sometimes you got to let a short king fall on their own.
Definitely.
Like my co-host, we always look out for him. He's a short king.
I'm taller than you. What are you talking about?
No, only in his dreams.
All right.
Only when he wears 2 pairs of Air Max and 3 insoles.
Or my Timberland boots. But hey, man, y'all comment down below how y'all feel about this whole
situation. You mean your Uggs?
All right, but y'all comment down below how y'all feel about this whole situation. Do you feel like Megan Thee Stallion and GloRilla, they gonna make up and be friends again? They gonna drop another song, or is it over like her and the baby?
No, I mean they already followed each other again.
That's business.
I don't think that's business. I think if it was really like that they wouldn't have done it and just been like.
You see what she said right there? I don't internet ish. Don't be
a mess. It was an innocent repost, basically saying saying that she didn't mean to do it.
Exactly. Talking to
She didn't mean no disrespect.
but Megan Thee Stallion
And
unfollowed her.
if it's a true friend, and this, they said that this was not their intent. She probably knows her good enough that she's going to honor that. They said they followed each other again.
Nah.
That's what you said.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I didn't do it. My business manager did it. I don't care for this girl. There's tons of people that follow Diddy right now that don't support Diddy. They just want to be nosy. But hey, man, it is what it is. Y'all comment down below how y'all feel about the whole
Now
situation.
she's spying on her.
Exactly.
She's op shopping.
Exactly. I mean, she is She's posted Tory Lanez. Watch her Tory Lanez get out. She can be the first one. Let me do a song with you.
But
All right, Big Glow.
But speaking of free to ops,
What?
ready to move on to the next topic. It looks like Todd Chrisley sentenced to 12 years in prison for tax evasion, and Julie Chrisley sentenced to 7 years are going to be pardoned by the current president, Trumpy. It looks like that they've been in jail since 2022, and Trump said that this sentence was harsh and basically politically motivated, as because they're conservative, and that's why they were given such harsh sentences. He talked to their daughter, basically letting her know that her parents were going to be freed immediately. They still don't know if they're going to have to do time in a halfway house or if they're going to be able just to be released just like that. And he also pardoned a sheriff that had some other stuff going on, but that's not the important part. We're talking about the Chrisleys from Chrisley Knows Best, and they had the hit reality TV show. Do you think this is Trump abusing his power, or do you think that they were really unjustly kind of hit?
This right here is why Donald J. Trump is the best president of all times. You can't. He's up there with Bill Clinton with playing that alto saxophone. That's how cool Donald J. Trump is. Come on now. I knew it. I knew as soon as he became president again for the second term that things was finna change. That celebrities was finna get free of these crimes because, like he said, it was unjust. It didn't make any sense. Yeah, they defrauded $30 million out of the bank, but money ain't really real. You see Joe
It's
Biden.
numbers in the computer.
It's just numbers in the computer. Joe Biden sending out tons of money to the people overseas.
Oh, do you see the reason why he was all weak and frail? He has cancer. Supposedly.
I guess. I mean,
but it's like, if they knew he had cancer, why'd they let him continue? That's
so it doesn't make
besides the
sense.
point.
Like politics is just completely sabotaged. But we got a video right here of Donald Trump basically talking about the situation. Then we got the daughter of the Chrisleys basically talking about this whole situation. Also, I mean, hey, this is a sad one win for the for Donald J.
I don't know,
Trump.
cause I don't know which way you're trying to take us, but they're gonna take you. Here we go with the video clip.
But it's a great thing because your parents are going to be free and clean, and I hope we can do it by tomorrow. Is that okay? We'll try getting it done tomorrow. So
wonderful.
Give them, I don't know them, but give them my regards.
Who's the black lady?
And wish them a good life.
Mr. President.
Yes. How are you?
I just want to say thank you for bringing my parents back.
Yeah, well, they were given a pretty harsh treatment based on what I'm hearing. Pretty harsh treatment.
Yes, sir.
Was your brother fighting also for this release, right?
Hey, I go to the University of...
We are freaking out over here. Well, I have shed so many tears. The president called me personally as I was walking into Sam's Club and notified me that he was signing pardon paperwork for both of my parents. So both my parents are coming home tonight or tomorrow, and I still don't believe it's real. I'm freaking out. The fact that the president called me, I will forever be grateful for President Trump, his administration, and everyone along the way, all of my lawyers, the people who put in countless hours and effort and love for my family to make sure that my parents got home. I am eternally grateful. I'm freaking out. I'm still sweating. We're getting some clothes together for mom and dad, getting their room put together upstairs, and I'm just speechless. I can't thank you guys enough for sticking with my family along the way and for loving us and supporting us. And Grayson's showing me like all of these things that people are posting, and we are so grateful to all of to all of the political figures that I have come in contact with over the past 2.5 years that believed in me and believed in my family, thank you. It still doesn't feel real. It doesn't. I'm freaking out. So I'm going to go and prepare to go pick up my parents. And I just can't thank you guys enough. They're coming. My phone is going bananas right now. But President Trump didn't just commute their sentences. He gave them a full unconditional pardon.
Dang.
So for that, I am
my God.
forever grateful. Thank you, President Trump, and I vow to stand next to you and your administration and exposing the corruption and continue fighting for the men and women that are in prison and creating a system that encourages. I just thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and I will repay your kindness to every person that I meet. So thank God for a president like Donald J. Trump. Thank God for a president who wants to restore families and who loves people and loves people well and took the time to call me from the Oval Office to let me know that my parents are getting their lives back. Thank you. So now I'm going to go finish. I need to put on some makeup. I'm going to change my outfit. I'm probably going to wear my pink MAGA hat to go pick them up. I don't know. I'm forever grateful. So I love you guys, and it's time to go get mom and dad.
So you mean all she had to do, all you got to do to get out of jail free is basically to donate to a Donald Trump fund, and then later down the line that she'll get out of jail free card? Because
basically, because he basically was saying because their political views, that's why they got such a harsh sentence. So I don't know, and that's like he also pardoned a sheriff who was on the conservative side. They said he did. I tried to look into it, but no one really had that much information. They said he was basically Scott Jenkins, a sheriff that he also pardoned that hadn't been to jail but was actually about to go to jail, and he pardoned him before he ever went in. But they said he was doing with something like selling badges or something, but he was a conservative sheriff, and they basically Trump said that all of that was like a fake story, that they basically did a setup to get him in trouble, and actually none of it was true, and that's why he pardoned him. And he was saying that, it was just like a political manhunt, and that's why he's freeing these people that were politically persecuted. But
he's getting his payback for basically what happened to him when Fannie basically tried to take him to jail and they hit all the felonies.
He's freeing all his peeps.
He's basically freeing all his peeps because he feels like it's unjust. You basically trying to lock down all these. You trying to lock up all these celebrities for basically being rich and doing what everybody else do.
Yeah, I don't know really the exact details of the alleged $30 million that they took from the ATL banks. I don't know, it's some type of misunderstanding or whatnot, but if it's a full pardon and they didn't seize the money, that is absolutely crazy.
It is. Basically what they were doing is they were just lying. They were basically fabricating on tax forms and everything, saying, "Oh, I spent all my money doing this. I spent all my money doing that." I guess they were doing real estate there. They were also doing real estate and the TV show. So I'm pretty sure they were trying to write off a lot of things that wasn't really supposed to be rolled off, but they're trying to use legal loopholes. Then on top of that, they were getting money from bank. They were like getting loans from banks, telling banks that their income is a lot higher and their gross income is a lot higher than what it really is, just so they can get a bigger kickback. Basically, I understand how that is a crime, but at the same time, there are a lot of people that also do this. You see, they do pump and dump. Like the fact that you have the word pump and dump out there means that they do this. I remember Logan Paul and them, and
sounds like what you got in trouble for in Florida.
Horrible. I remember Logan Paul and them was talking about them allegedly getting on the phone with Gary Vee, and they're going to talk about like some stocks and everything, or like the whole GameStop situation.
Remember the Hawk Tour girl did a pump and dump.
Yeah, the Hawk Tour with the coin.
She scammed like a bunch of people out of a few million. I don't remember exactly how much, but she just played that. Oh, I didn't know how it worked. It was ran for me, and they're like, well, she didn't know anything, so we can't charge her. She just got to scam all those people and make millions of dollars for doing nothing.
True. Exactly. And then on top of that, it is kind of high. I mean, Todd getting 12 years for $30 million. I mean,
that's not crazy.
That
30
is
million, 12 years for 30 million.
It's people out there was still in a lot less, well, at least like 15, 20 million, only getting like 4 years, 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens. The whole world is about connections. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And it's, you hope that it's not that way, but that's just the reality of life.
Exactly.
Honestly.
I mean, that's exactly the way of life. But I mean, you see, like I said before, Trump is out here pardoning a bunch of people. I mean, he hasn't.
Hey, co-host, you could commit the next major crime, and then it'll be like your nickname's Kodak. It'll be like, oh, Kodak's back in jail. You better pardon him again, but you got to use his government name. And then I'll give him your government, and we'll just get to keep everything.
Because you think all of us look the same? I don't look like Kodak.
I mean, all we got to do is I could get your hair to look like Kodak's.
Nah.
All right. I got you, co-host.
We ain't going for that.
I did barber school for 1 weekend. I'm straight.
And we ain't going for that. But I mean, look, you know what's crazy about this whole situation? As soon as Donald Trump getting into office, he already freed Todd and them. But look how long it took Sleepy Joe Biden to free Brittany Griner and them from overseas.
That's actually because we wanted her to stay.
Nah.
Did you see her attacking the refs the other day?
What she
in the WNBA game?
Oh yeah, she was mad about it.
She was going off, and then everyone was like, "Yeah, we should have left her in Russia." Just kidding, but not really.
But y'all comment down below how y'all feel about the whole Todd and the Chrisley's.
I wonder if they're gonna be bring their show back. Chrisley knows best, or it's gonna be like Chrisley's finally free.
That'll be fire. I mean that'll be, because I think they already did it. I remember seeing where they were doing it to the countdown to them getting locked up. I remember they were doing those episodes. So I mean, when they got to do a first day out.
That's wild. Do you expect them to do a first day out like Gucci?
Not at first. Oh God, not this guy.
Todd Chrisley.
Not like a rap song.
You know what's crazy is like a lot of people watch this the Chrisley show. Like I've had family members that have watched it back in the day, and even girls would watch it, and I always thought this dude wasn't straight. I always thought that I was like, so they just like keep the family together, even though this dude's clearly playing for a different, the same team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The girl was his beard, as they like to say in that community. But I guess no, he's just a very feminine man. So I knew my co-host would see a lot of himself in Todd.
Oh Lord, whatever.
I'm just kidding.
Whatever, man. Shout out to Donald Trump for sticking the middle finger to the justice system. I can't wait to see who else he pardons next.
I can't wait to see how hard we get censored for even talking about this topic. But we're gonna see. We've tried to leave politics out because sometimes they like to censor. But this is like borderline politics, so we'll see what's going on.
Exactly. But going from one borderline politics to going to straight blasphemy. This next topic right here is crazy.
Basically, Remy Ma speaks on her split from Papoose, says people would cry if they knew the truth, and admits she feels bad for old girl Clarissa Shields, which is his new boo. Clarissa Shields speaks on Papoose's divorce and where it stands with Remy Ma. I don't have any ill will towards her. And basically them speaking on each other in interviews has ignited the beef, and it already wasn't a good situation, of course, with the divorce, but this has just added another layer to it.
Exactly. So we're going to play the video right here. Then we're going to come back and let you know some more juicy things that Remy Ma had to say about Papoose and Clarissa Shields.
It's the elephant in the room. I don't have to say it.
I don't know.
In his personal life.
Oh,
yeah, it's the elephant in the room. Like, but that takes time, and like I said, that's not my place to speak on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll get handled. I just know that from my perspective, I'm with him every day, and when I'm not with him, we're on the phone every day, and we're talking, and we're FaceTiming, and we love each other. So that's just kind of what it is. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's a situation, and it is what it is.
I'm assuming you mean like you want to wait till the divorce is like official. Does that hold you? Does that keep you from like giving your all?
No. No, because we're together all the time.
So the all is already given, is what she's saying.
Yeah, that's it. We already talk. We talk about so many different things, and I'm 30, so we talk about kids and family and stuff like that. But like, it's still, that still has to get taken care of. But like, you know, once again, it's not for me.
I've never ever been with somebody that was just holding me down, not doing that. I was paying rent from jail.
Now he's a wife. Listen, this is what I would like. Papoose, you have my lawyer's information. If you can't afford to retain a lawyer, since your lawyer that the number you gave us has not been retained yet, I told you I'll pay for it. If somebody over there that loves you wants to pay for it, great. That will make me happy. Everything is signed and ready to go. I don't want nothing. I'm not even asking for child support. My daughter's school, her babysitter, her nanny, her gymnastics, her swimming, her dancing, her healthcare, her all of that. I take care of it like I've always done. I don't need anything.
That's giving police lawyer talk. I'm not paying for whatever's supposed to be in them bags. No. Here they go. They're right here. There they go. No. Stop. I don't know what people have. Y'all don't know what people have. My ex might be the least income making person that I've ever been with. Ever. Everybody included. Whenever you're ready, the papers are there. I don't want anything, nothing, no things. I would like my jewelry. I would like it. Could you go pick up my jewelry from out of the pawn shop? Could you go pick it up? I ain't even asked about the money. The $35,000 that got ran up on my Amex. I paid it. No, it's a gambling thing. It's a real bad gambling problem over there. Nothing, pawn poos. I'm so nice. Look how nice I had this bagged up. I bought these bags off of Amazon. These are good bags, and I packed it so nicely. Hats in one, sneakers in one, jackets in one. I did everything. So it's waiting here. I cleared out this whole area. Everything. Look, this has been here since last year.
Also, she wanted to talk about all of this money talk and all of this and what I don't got and what I got. Since I met her, I have written 90% of the rhymes that came out of her mouth. And with me saying that, I want to say this to y'all. Anyone who has an iPhone, you know how iPhones work. When I was younger, I used to be able to write rhymes in my head, create rhymes in my head, and remember them. Just like that. As time went on, I got a little older, I started to write rhymes in my email draft. Now, if you have an iPhone, you go in your email draft. If anyone celebrate our birthdays together, me, her, and the baby. So this particular year, she says, I want to have an all-girls party. The friend who's incarcerated comes to the crib. She attends the all-girls party, all the friends, cool. Every night when it's time to go to bed, she's telling me, I'm going to go sleep in the guest room with such and such. I sleep in the room by myself. Next day, same thing. And at this time, I'm trying to be intimate with her. When it's time to go down, she slipped out of it. She go back to sleep in the room with homegirl. I said, something is fishy here. I see a whole plate, peanuts, cashew, all these type of raisins all laid out. On another day, I caught her with this individual in our house while my daughter was on the bed with them. I'm not saying this because it's a bad thing, but I'm saying this because she has done a lot of bashing towards people who live that lifestyle and talk so bad about them and say so many foul things about them that it hurted her so bad that I knew the truth.
Your manipulation was able to treat me nice. Not just because the camera's on, not just because people are watching, but because he genuinely felt like that. Not because I was paying his bills, not because I was taking care of his kids. And none of that. And then after I created my Battle League Chrome 23, I helped him
make another battle league that's popping. He signed himself to, he literally that day signed himself to Slit Your Wrist Records and dropped a single the same day. The same day.
Exactly. Like she said, the same day. Like I told you, co-host, you can never, ever, ever give up the spot and get tired of being the leader. No matter what you do, you've seen it twice. You got this time right here, then you got the Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert. Iman Shumpert made over $40 million.
Yeah, actually, it's funny that she called him broke, and you actually looked at it in his career. He'd made way more money than she had in her career.
Exactly, but they don't care about that. They don't care how much money you made in the past. It's about what you're doing right now. And if they waking up every day, busting their butt, going to work, and they see you on the couch just chilling, like, I made $40 million. I don't got to work. Which technically, you don't got to work. That's the dream that everybody wants. A lot of people want. They don't want to work.
Yeah, because I mean, at that point, if you have a money man or money manager, they're literally, if they do things right, when you have that amount of money, your money makes money for you. Mm-hmm. So if you have it, in the stock market or certain accounts, you're making interest. So he's making more interest in simple things that most people even make in a year.
True.
So he literally doesn't have to do anything for the rest of his life. It's almost like, people in the military get to retire early. You do your 20, and then you get, if you wanted to, you could not work the rest of your life, and you would have your benefits and your pay and all that. But it's like almost like with NBA players, it's almost like the same thing, but they don't really do 20. They do more like 8 to 15. But if they manage their money right, they're set for the rest of their life.
Exactly, but that doesn't matter because you see in the Tiana Taylor lawsuit, even though he made that much money, she still showed him every day that I got all these accomplishments over here. I got these Jordan sneakers.
I mean, that's crazy because when she did this a Jordan deal, it's such a limited launch that I don't think she's really making any bread from that. It's more like an exposure deal.
That's all it
is.
Like,
it's like a partnership. They're going to release maybe like 50,000 pairs, and they'll give you 1,000 pairs to give your friends. And then, and even if they sell out, they probably just give her a deal where they're paying her a flat rate. We're going to make this many pair and do this and this and this. You're going to make 50,000 from this.
Exactly.
Because, she's probably not making no 10 million. It's not like she had like a pro model that, they did unlimited numbers. It was a very limited run.
Exactly. And see, I mean, and what Papoose did, is nothing wrong with being a house husband. I mean, what I just don't understand with a lot of situations is that when it's the other way around and the man is the breadwinner and then you got the wife that's a housewife, they always say like the one that's staying at home is never respected, the one that always goes to work.
Oh yeah, they say like, some people say the at home job, especially dealing with kids, if you have bringing up kids, that's a harder job, and they hate that those people get disrespected. And then they say that's why in divorce that this person gets so much money because they chose to take care to raise the kids. You were allowed to work so much. So it's really both of y'all's money. And it's one thing if that was the thing with Papoose, but he was literally actually writing all of her rhymes, which is all of the talent of the thing. She was the face, but he was literally the talent. So I think it's very disrespectful for her to kind of go at him the way she did. I understand that she's the face and the household name, but she's acting like he didn't have his own rap career. He never made it to be, a top star in the game, but he was definitely known in his area. He's known in New York, as a local legend, and had a couple songs that did decent. But for him to be the talent and literally be the curator of her music, and her to be like, you didn't do anything, and it was I paid all the bills even while I was in jail. Well, it's something that y'all did together. It's crazy. It's like, if you had a producer and a director, and then the director wants to tell the producer, you didn't do anything. And they're like, actually, I kind of made a bunch of decisions.
Exactly. I'm the reason why you sound like this. I'm the reason why
or like everyone loved this casting, and I'm the person that chose that person for that part.
Exactly.
You didn't even do that, so I just feel like it's very petty. But when divorce and separations happen, it's the petty Olympics.
It really is the petty Olympics, and I really feel like they don't even want to get a real divorce. I just feel like they just want to be petty and just talk ish about each other, because at the end of the day, I mean, I feel like Remy Ma felt like she mad at herself because remember, she left him to go and she left him to be with Easy the Block captain, and then like that situation didn't end up working out. But now thinking about it now, Papoose is talking about, oh yeah, Remy Ma had a prison girlfriend come over there and visit, and then he saw them messing around with the kid there. I mean, I understand how a lot of dudes be like,
man, I would be hurt that I wasn't invited. How you bringing over another shawty and I can't join the club?
What if she look like? What if she look like a shawty? What if she look like Manny Fresh?
You're like Drewski. You have a thing for studs.
Nah, no, I do not.
I ain't part of the stud club.
The hell nah. Nope. And when none of
you looking for a muscle mother?
Nah, with none of that. And I don't even care. See, even if it was a baddie, I'd still be mad, because the simple fact that you got me on whipping chain over here being faithful, not giving it out to anybody, and you over here, you found a loophole.
I mean, yeah, that's a loophole. I think what Remy Ma is maybe so mad about is, I feel like, given that she was the face, I feel like almost like the Meg Thee Stallion, she felt like that everyone was going to side with her, but then I think pretty universally, as far as I've seen in, the million Instagram pages I follow, that she's lost the court of public opinion. Everyone's saying that Papoose was there. He held her down. He wrote her rhymes. He never cheated even while she was locked up. You never heard no bad mouth.
You said he did.
I don't know. Nothing leaked. So apparently he was pretty good.
I mean, yeah.
And if he slipped up once in a few-year period, but he was correct about it, she got to give him one pass. She's locked up for years.
Nah, it don't go like that. The way it go is, when you talking to them and they catch you cheating, they gonna let that slide. But then 15 years later, they gonna be like, remember that time 15 years ago you did such and such? Well, this is my get back. And you be like, really? You waited 15 years to get back? It's like that.
That's a travesty.
Exactly. It's just hard.
Nah, but I think everyone's on Papoose's side.
Mm-hmm.
I think I see Remy get slandered how she cheated with that dude, and it's like she calling him Papoose broke, but the dude she cheated with is like a very low level known person. Like he would be like a, I don't know, like a
D-list artist. I mean, he's a street rapper.
He would be like a JKL
exactly
level famous person.
But what she was saying is the only thing that makes him better than Papoose is because he had his own money. He was working sanitation, so he had his own job without her help. And that's what the funny part is, the fact that everything they did together. I mean, I'm pretty sure when they was doing things together, they was like, oh yeah, we winning, we a power couple, we doing all this. Like she be like, oh yeah, think about it, babe. Like if they give me a deal and if you my manager, you get a cut too. So it's like we both eating. Yeah. To you,
I think it's a little different because it's. I mean, not saying what you're saying is wrong, but what I was thinking about is like he's like famous and I wouldn't want to be like, if I was famous, this one thing, if you're famous and you get with like a more famous woman or help her become more famous and she gets to shine, that may look one type of way. What I would want to be is in the Kevin Federline role with Britney Spears, where nobody knows who the F you are and you bag a A-list celebrity. And then if you have a kid with that A-list celebrity and you get a divorce, you are set for life.
Trying to be Stedman, basically? Like Oprah and Stedman?
No, I'm trying to be Kevin Federline.
I mean, he's Stedman.
I'm trying to find a Britney Spears, someone, a famous actress or singer, get them pregnant, and then even if we do divorce, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna need half.
Have we even seen that kid?
Because Kevin Federline cleaned Britney Spears out. Because you know how women always win?
Yeah.
In those cases that they most of the time get the benefit of the doubt and get a larger money because they're going to have a primary custody. Kevin Federline, since Britney Spears was crazy, got primary custody and he got like a bunch of money like he was a woman. And he just lives a retired life off of all Britney's hard work. It's crazy.
That is crazy. And you know what also is crazy, now that you brought that up, I really don't think Remy Ma want this divorce. I really feel like
I think she's mad she got caught and she's mad she lost public opinion.
No, but think about it, like you just said, Britney Spears was the breadwinner. Kevin Federline raped her clean. Right now, who's the breadwinner in this one?
Remy Ma.
So who's gonna end up getting the money?
He should.
He
I
should.
don't know what's the whole thing about if he so wants to be over the situation but won't do the final steps with the lawyer. I don't know if he's like still hurt, so he's making her wait his punishment.
Why would you make her wait? You can get the money. You get the money. You waiting to get the money?
They say Papoose a real one. You know, he held her down. I could see him not eager to take her to court, and just to make the situation drag and be annoying, he's gonna, you know, kind of avoid it for a year.
You can't do that because okay, my bad. You can do that, but you can't do that and get a girlfriend. Because think about it, you still labeled a married man. Ain't no girl want to be with a married man, even if you separate.
That's why you got to tell him it's pending, baby. It's pending.
That only go for so long. You see, she already doing interviews about it, and they asking about it on the Breakfast Club. And every time Clarissa Shield mention it or say anything about it, Remy Ma finna go out and spaz out and talk online.
From the clip that I saw, it didn't seem like she did too much. She said that, you know, that's something that's going on.
Exactly.
And it's not my business. So, you know, whenever they figure it out, they figure it out.
And she
but
don't
I
like
just
that.
know what my situation is right now.
Exactly. She ain't like that. She just went. You have baby mama drama. Now you got wife drama.
It's crazy.
Exactly. So you can't do it.
It's crazy when you're active in these streets.
Horrible. But y'all comment down below how y'all feel about this whole situation.
It's like one time
at band camp.
No, I mean if you want a quick story time,
go.
So like one time I was dating this girl, and then and it's crazy because you can't even plan situations. And we were going to her friend's house, right? Like some like couples hanging out or whatever. And then like I go over there and I park, and I'm walking in the street, and then I see a like football hit towards our way. I guess people were throwing football in the street, and I look up, you know, to see who was throwing football, and it was one of my exes.
Oh Lord! Did you catch it?
No, I was about to pick it up to throw it to him, and then I saw who it was, so I just kept walking.
Disrespect.
And then so she started talking smack and saying something to me and saying something to the new girl I was dating. And I was like, my Lord, sometimes you just can't run from the garbage. You just can't run from the beef. It's just like today's not going to be a good day.
Your life is original love and hip hop. Every day is beef and drama.
It's ridiculous.
Everybody gets
Especially
some margarita.
in your college days. Man, women used to be so spiteful. They don't want you, but as soon as they see you walking around with the new piece, suddenly you was the best piece.
Exactly. Remember what you said. Remember what you told me. At first, when you was out single in the streets, nobody wanted to talk to you. But as soon as you get a girlfriend, get a little fine shit, everybody on you.
Especially if it's a girl that's universally known as good looking or popular.
Exactly.
All the girls be hateful. It's like I asked for your number and you were like, nah. And then like now I got like 15 DMs from you saying, what's up? I was like, you just don't like this girl. You're just trying to just ruin this girl's day.
Oh, is that how it does?
And then they're like, exactly. Now I'm like, you are crazy.
I act stupid and I always fall for the trap.
No.
I thought she liked me.
I thought she needed help with her homework.
Horrible. But yeah, once again, y'all comment down about this whole
Can't help your cousin do the laundry?
No, you
or
can't.
what was that?
I can't help my cousin with the groceries.
Can't help my cousin with the groceries? God dang.
No, you can't help your cousin with the groceries.
It's like, how are y'all related?
Y'all kissing cousins. Y'all country. This is Tallahassee all over again.
No.
But yeah,
that's
y'all
the cover up.
Y'all comment down below how y'all feel about this whole situation. Do y'all feel like Remy Ma is still in love with Papoose and they just need to get back together? Or do you feel like this relationship just needs to hurry up and get over with already?
Tell us in the comment section.
Exactly. But moving on in the comment section, it's time to go to some hip hop news, man. It looks like here.
Prayers up. Rapper Skilla Baby reportedly in hospital after being shot multiple times. Seems like this man has beef around every corner. And says driver crashes into building after being shot on 8 Mile. He was looking for Eminem. And alleged footage of the truck Skilla was driving before the shooting. It looks like after the shooting, looks like there's holes.
Exactly, man. It looks like here the police are alleging that it was over 20 shots that happened. Skilla got hit at least 3 times. Two.
Got hit in the head, right?
Yeah, 2 in the head. But he didn't get dolphin. It wasn't like Wooski.
He didn't get dolphin. He got grazed.
It got grazed, so they can't consider that like it grazed.
Yeah,
it grazed. It hit him,
partially.
and then one of them hit him in hit his arm, so he had a cast on his arm. But
you know what was crazy?
What?
One of the crazy misses. One time, Chicago rapper Lil Reese got in a misunderstanding and got in a shootout. and someone shot at him and it grazed his eye. Like, and then like, I don't know, like if it's like you bleed a lot, but I think it like hit his like eyelid. And because they had video of him getting arrested and he had blood all over himself. It looked like he got his eye shot out, but it just turned out it grazed his eyelid, so it just made it, you know, bleed a lot. But that's one of the craziest grazings I've seen. Could you imagine a bullet getting that close to your eye that it really like cuts part of your like eyelid off?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's nasty. That's
because you know it's like little loose skin right here, you know, because it has, you know, that's how you blink, it bends. So just like get like
now you
having
can't even
like
blink.
And it's crazy because it's so thin. If it was just a little bit, it could have taken a chunk of your eye, and then you would have been a pirate.
Fetty Wap. But like my co said, man, Skilla Baby's always in trouble, man. If you look at his history, it's times where he's fighting, at least he's getting jumped by at least 30 people. Also,
he's doing too much.
Also, he getting in arguments with GMO Stacks, you know, in the studio, getting alleged chain snatch, going through that whole situation. But I mean, we got a video here of Skilla Baby car getting shot up, and also we got Skilla Baby performing at 42 Doug show off the perks.
Off the perks.
Let's see why. All them showcases, all your numbers. Damn, look at that. That's crazy.
Well, this is on 8 Mile here near Beach Daily. You can see this is where the rapper Skilla Baby was shot. You can see that he was shot.
Oh, he ran into the building.
Tracks in the grass here, and then he crashes into the side of this building. Shot a number of times. But he's going to be okay. He's in a hospital right now. But the shooters of this Detroit rapper, popular rapper, still on the run here in Redford as police continue the search.
Look how he moving his arm. He just got shot.
Oh, he got in the sling.
Did I cut it that quick? So,
you ever been in a sling before, Coase?
Of course, you definitely ain't moving your arm like that. But yeah, it looks like here, Skilla Baby was performing at 42 Doug's concert. You know, he was throwing his arm around, performing all his biggest hits, and then everybody was saying the murder's still unsolved. We don't know what's going on, but allegedly, I mean, it must be God. God must have a plan for Skilla Baby, because the fact that he's doing this and jumped up that fast is just crazy. But I mean,
you could just be lucky. I don't know what plan he has for.
True.
I mean, I don't really listen to Skilla Baby. What is he, just like a normal trap rapper?
I mean, he got that baby you know you fine song, baby you know you fine.
Sing it for me.
God, you're horrible.
Sing it, please.
I forgot how it goes, but he got that song. He got a couple other songs. He got like his female songs always go.
So it's kind of like Trap and B.
Yeah. No, it's like Trap and B. I don't know how to say. He raps. He got a lot of songs.
Rap sings.
He raps street songs, but all his he raps street songs, but you know how some dudes always got them one song, like they rap street songs, but then they have the one songs, like they have an R&B rap song on there, where like it's a girl singing in the background. They talk about like, oh yeah, no, and it's about, oh, how I'm in love, like, oh, I met you, girl, I'm giving you all this stuff. His song was like, oh yeah, I'm tricking on you.
Yeah,
and that his tricking on you songs like go big. That's what everybody. That's a lot of people always know. He's always known for. If you're not from Detroit, that's what you're known for. But I mean, doing this history, you see, he's always in a lot of altercation. So I mean, him in this situation, they're saying like a black SUV pulled up. They rolled down the back windows and they shot at him.
So I mean, that's crazy. It seemed like they could have got him. I mean, the way that this seemed like the road. I guess he started firing on him when he was right there. The way that he crashed, that he immediately pulled off and just ran into the building. It's crazy, you know. He's probably super thankful that he was able to live, because if it's like the way they do it in Chicago, if you go and crash like that and you don't get out of the vehicle and run, they're gonna get out of the vehicle and finish it.
True.
They're gonna make sure that, you know, if they're doing all that, they're gonna make sure that the target's done, and then they'll run back and get back in the vehicle and take off. So it's crazy that they shot him that much, and that he hit, and that they just pulled off, that they didn't even double check. I don't know if they thought they hit him for real enough. They said he got grazed in the head twice and hit in the arm, but I don't know if
I mean, if you swerved, like if you shot over 20 times and he swerved and hit the wall, I would have thought he was. I know.
You thought he was like real hit up.
Yeah, you thought he was real hit up. It wouldn't be. I mean, you would at least think he would have been in the hospital for at least a week, not less than 48 hours.
Yeah, but 2 grazes in the arm shot isn't really that bad of a damage.
2 grazes in the head.
I don't know. I haven't
true.
seen him. I don't know if do you follow him on Instagram?
He's right there.
That's not the picture on the picture on the left. You can't see his face,
but you see him moving. I mean, if he's able to perform, I mean,
that's what I'm saying. It must be not bad. It doesn't look like he has like any chunks out of his face. Probably has like a bruise or like a like a rug burn type of thing or burn mark.
Oh, yeah,
almost like if you touch the stove, maybe kind of one of those type things.
One of those type of things. But I mean, a lot of violence did happen. I mean, like one of my All-Star JR, he did get shot. All-Star JR, one of my favorite rappers from Detroit, he got shot. He got hit in the head. He's perfectly fine.
He didn't get dolphined.
He didn't like turn to a dolphin. He didn't get wooskied. I remember back in the day with him, he was cool. He cool with Skilla Baby, and Skilla Baby was beefing with T Grizzly, and then they had that whole situation and the whole 42 Doug situation, and they ended up.
It's weird because Skilla Baby's cool with a lot of people from Chicago that T Grizzly's cool with. Like they're cool with some of the same people. I wonder how they let that be because like Mimo even did a song with Skilla Baby.
Yeah, I can remember T Grizzly and Skilla Baby. Remember T Grizzly signed Skilla Baby.
Okay.
And then they ended up falling out. And then because I think 42 Doug and T Grizzly was beefing. But then
for what?
I mean, they just didn't like each other.
Oh.
They didn't like each other, and then Skilla Baby was cool with 42. It was like one of them things like, oh yeah, he didn't pick a side. He ended up chilling on the other side, and T Grizzly didn't like that. But then they ended up squashing it later on because it was really petty. At the end of the day, they trying to bring Detroit together and do all this stuff. But you still see like people like GMO Stacks and them. They ain't really messing with them, so you really don't see them. But I mean, they small. If I had to compare them, they'd probably be like
what, like Boss Top level?
No. They'd be like Ruga and them level.
So they're losing the war,
basically.
I'm just.
But
kidding.
I mean, y'all comment down below how you feel about this whole Skilla Baby situation. I mean, all prayers go out. I am glad that he is alive, that he is still rapping. I mean, hopefully he do move out of Detroit because you know what Little Boosie always say. I mean, your biggest haters do come from.
I mean, that's crazy. If you basically come from the rap genre, if you get famous, you basically have to leave your hometown. And it's sad because usually if you're big, you can maybe move out your immediate family, maybe your parents and siblings, but you're not gonna be able to move your grandparents, your cousins, like all your extended family. So
True. It's
like crazy. Like, you could maybe come and visit with security, but you ain't gonna live there no more. And it's it's an unfortunate thing that comes with it. Unfortunately, when you're a rapper, it seems like you always got ops. And even if you don't got ops, seems like you got people that like just want to see you lose that much. And it's always weird that it comes from people in your same city that you're from that have enough hate to want to take you out your spot. If you're semi make it or make it, and you're still living in your hometown.
See what happened to Julio Fulio?
Saw what happened to Dolph.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's crazy. You know how that goes.
Exactly. But all prayers go out. Thank the Lord. But moving on, man, it's time to talk about couch announcement. Time to talk about what's new coming on Tales from the Crib, TFTC. DJ Gummy, play the music.
I ain't never been DJ Gummy, but he's DJ Trick. Welcome to Tales from the Crib halftime show. It's a halftime show to let you know what's going on, what's new with the channel, and what you can expect. My co-host has been absolutely killing it on TFTC Gaming, dropping a bunch of gaming videos. I was going to try to kill it this week on gaming, but we had a hailstorm knock out my internet, so we'll see. I'll get it done. You'll get some new videos from me eventually. Check out TFTC clips, where of course we're going to clip out this show right away and get that straight to you. Check out realgood_Dodie. NFL videos are coming back, so that means Seth is coming back to do NFL videos. So support his channel. We're going to yell at him to start making videos again.
Yeah, exactly.
And then check out the #1 star child of TFTC Networks, Crib Reactions, 13.3 thousand subscribers. Help us get to 15,000 subs. And then the next goal is 100,000.
Exactly, man. We're going all the way to the top, man, to the tippy top, man. Make sure y'all check out, man, Crib Reactions. We stay dropping videos. Ooh, look at that. Man, how my UK videos doing? I don't
Trash. No one likes the UK.
Haters. I gotta start promoting. Oh, there go at the top. 56 views. Damn,
check out our channel. We do videos, some for the fans, some for ourselves.
You should have put Americans react to UK rap for the first time. Just keep going.
You can change it. You can change it. Change it. I give you freedom to change your UK titles if you don't like it.
I'm gonna change it, scrap it, then redrop it again.
Redrop it.
Do one of those.
Drop it like it's hot.
Hey, but they gonna definitely say.
Well, check out BBS. Just changed the game. That's BBS is a new international group, and they get a shout out to DJ Screw from Houston, making a song sampling Houston music. So check it out. That was really interesting. If you like Tyler, a lot of people love Tyler all over the world, and international star Lisa. Check out that video. It's got 2.5K views. Yuka Chiba, he did a song with Megan Thee Stallion. That was pretty epic. Check out his latest video reaction. But that's pretty much it. We're ready to start the second half of the show.
Exactly, man. And you already know what we were capping at, man. Right now, we're finna talk about everything that went down during Diddy's week, man. Diddy last week case. Man, this case is going crazy. I don't know where to go. One moment I'm saying, this man guilty of DV. Next moment is, I think they got him for racketeering. He going for the 20.
Because you know what they say.
What?
Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Shout out LeBron.
Man, this Diddy party is crazy, man. It looks like they finally released all the photos from the Diddy party. The first with all I'm gonna tell you everybody that went up on the stands, man. The first person that went up was with Gerald Gannon. He was Homeland Security. He basically was one of the people that basically went through one of the Diddy's raid houses and basically took pictures of everything that was there. It was spick and span. One thing we did find out is that, when they did drop the videos.
The Diddy makes a mess, he always gets it clean.
No, not that. And it's actually not in the hotel rooms, in the actual house, the mansion. Remember how they showed the mansion, how they came, the police raided the mansion and they had like all the bottles of Baby Yoda everywhere, like glass casings and all that?
Yes, ma'am.
Turns out that was fake. It was only really 31 bottles of Baby Yoda there. Also, they...
Like 30 is still a normal amount.
Hey, it's better than 100. Over 1,000.
That's because he was, you know what it was? He probably gets it from Costco where you get like 100 and he was just down to 30.
It was like buy one, get one free. Buy 30, you get 40 free. And it's 100. One of those type of situations. But so they showed the baby bottles. They showed high heel shoes. They showed that, Diddy had a lot of basically non-slip work boots. He was diabolical. He knew it was going to get slippery, and he had to get the non-slip work boots.
Comment down, are you team socks or no socks?
No socks. But they showed basically cases of drugs and mushrooms. He had different type of paraphernalia.
He had like a free kit, like everything to get people in the mood and accessories.
Yeah,
basically everything you would find at like one of those novelty XXX stores.
Exactly. So that's basically what he had. When Diddy's defense came up, they didn't really ask him that many questions because the feds really didn't mess up on this case. Well, it's looking like the feds really didn't mess up.
Like, did you find Demon Diddy?
That's what we're gonna get to that part soon. It looks like the feds didn't mess up. They really dotted their T's, crossed their I's. Anytime they had to ask for warrants and subpoenas for certain things, they did that. So they didn't want to mess up because how a lot of in Chicago, how a lot of people like, oh yeah, I beat the case, but what happened? Like, oh yeah, they didn't read Miranda rights. They just beat my ass.
Oh yeah.
So it's like one of those type of situations.
They find one thing that they lied on, so the whole case gets thrown out.
Yeah,
or didn't do.
Or how you be like, oh yeah, as soon as they realized that it was a celebrity that was the person that was in question, like the police heard and jumped to a situation. They didn't do anything right.
Yeah,
they just wanted to get the victim.
Or they caught him with stuff, but the warrant hadn't come through yet.
Yeah.
So the warrant time was 2 hours after the arrest time. So they're like, you didn't have a warrant at the time, so this was an illegal search and seizure. So then it's like the whole thing has to be thrown out because you didn't technically follow the rules.
Exactly. So you had that situation happen. So they basically want to show that Diddy has these basically equipments everywhere he goes. Then the next person that went on stand was basically the clinical forensic psychologist named Don Hughes. She just wanted to go up there and basically let people know what basically trauma that Cassie was going through. She was basically saying like why she didn't leave, because like everybody was saying like Cassie's not a victim, she's not a victim, like she's been up for more than 10 years. It's like you know some of the stuff you had to do, but
they say how is she saying she was such a victim when she never left in like over a decade, but people were saying he probably made her think that she couldn't leave.
Exactly. He probably made her think like she couldn't leave. He used scare tactics. The therapist basically went up there and said like the different phases of basically trauma they go through when they being domestic DV'd. They talk about how like it starts off with like love bombing, and then a situation happens and the man the man attacks. The lady always said man. And that was one thing like the defense always tried the defense keyed on is like every time you talked, you always talked about it as if the woman's basically the one being attacked. You never talk about it as if the man being attacked. And then also they went down the rabbit hole of how like they the defense.
That was Diddy's defense.
And like basically the defense team on Diddy's side was basically trying to attack her accreditation, saying like,
her credibility.
Yeah, you've been doing this for 20 years. You've never been on the side of a man. You've even also doing basically what's conventions. Always talking about.
Well, didn't they have all kinds of messages of her basically even asking for freak offs sometimes and stuff?
Yeah, but I mean that basically the therapist.
But they said that she was always scared of losing him.
Exactly. So the therapist is basically saying like she was only doing that to please Diddy. Because she didn't want anything bad to happen, and that
For sure.
all that trauma happened. But Diddy's team came up and they basically destroyed that out the water. That's what happened with her. And then the next person came up was one of Diddy's former assistants, and he basically just came up there to prove that. Diddy made him work. Diddy made him work crazy hours, made him go. Sometimes he went home at like 4 p.m., had to get back up like at 9 p.m., make sure Diddy knew basically everything that happened to him, everything that happened that day. Like anything that bad that happened, this man had to know about it. Had to make sure Diddy clothes was out.
You meant like 4 a.m. and then have to get up at 9?
Yeah, he went to sleep at at 4 a.m. Had to be like, no, he had to be there at 9. He had to be there, and Diddy had to be there and be ready by like 9:30.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And he basically him. He also got all the equipment. He got all the Diddy drugs and everything. He talked about that. He talked about also how he didn't want to testify because you found out in this court case that a lot of people here are people that would have been charged with Diddy, but they basically signed what's it called, the form of basically finna snitch.
Oh yeah. They take like a plea deal.
Immunity. They
get immunity
for
on a plea deal.
Yeah, immunity on a plea deal. So basically, they're snitching. A lot of them don't want to testify.
They all take the Daniel Hernandez bargain.
But they're not giving all of it up. They're not giving up all the details. They just giving up some of the details. But they're giving up everything that they need to do to form the racketeering case. Because with racketeering, you only have to prove at least 2 out of everything. So you either have to choose like kidnapping, arson, basically forced labor, and trafficking. So the forced labor is basically every assistant they bring up is going to talk about how
they work crazy.
But if you think about it, if you look, but what I don't understand is how when you know about Hollywood lifestyle and the people that like not even Hollywood lifestyle, like the people that like make it to like billions of dollars, they only get like 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah, and like the agents and all that.
Yeah, like
they work like all the time.
Exactly.
So they need to make a call at 2 a.m, 3 a.m. They do it. They have a client calling them, say that they're messed up and they need assistance. They're gonna get them some help.
Exactly. So like that's why I just didn't understand. Like when you sign up for the job, you finna be doing crazy hours. But I understand that's still against the law. And then they're saying like, oh yeah, they weren't paid the right amount of money.
So trying to Charleston White them.
Yeah, it's like trying to Charleston White them. Like so basically trying to Charleston White them. They doing that. But I mean, they're showing that it is labor law. So they're basically forming the whole RICO. Like they're not saying oh yeah, you racketeer, like you got everybody here, but they're saying like you broke these basically key terms, and if you look at those key terms, that's all under racketeering. So that's what they're trying to show. And they did show it there. And then moving on to Kid Cudi. Of course, Kid Cudi finally came up. We got Kid Cudi finally came up. We got the video right here of Kid Cudi entering the court. Then we got Kid Cudi basically telling his side of the story. We're going to play all that, then come back and let you know what Young Thug had to say about this situation.
New witnesses, darker revelations.
I think they are building the case.
Week 2, we saw the evidence in the Diddy trial up close. The baby oil, the drugs, the stripper heels. Kid Cudi's burnt up pork.
Wow.
Hey guys, so I just want to say, man, I've been seeing all the love and support, and I just want to say thank you so much, man. People have been hitting me up the past week, just checking in, and even today, and it really means a lot to me, man. You guys are the best. I love y'all. This is a stressful situation. I'm glad it's behind me, and yeah, I love y'all, man. Big love. Go stream Neverland.
Cudi, did he do it? Did you meet Cassie? You did your thing in there, boy. Yo, Cudi, I got a
Did you meet Cassie at a Diddy freak off? Damn, Cudi a rat. Oh my god.
So you're seeing celebrities like Young Thug and Kanye West basically mentioning Kid Cudi and the whole court situation. But I mean, the Kid Cudi.
But Cudi already fell off, and
what?
You know, he was weird.
Yeah, but
yeah, like he was wearing dresses and stuff for a while. Remember he was doing all that? Yeah.
I remember he had that whole situation. So when Kid Cudi did all that stuff, he had the Day and Night song going out, or he had the Pursuit of Happiness song going out. So those songs was fire. You couldn't deny that everybody was remixing Day and Night.
Yeah. No, I definitely liked his early career. I liked his first two albums, and then after that, I would like maybe a couple songs on each of his albums after that. But to me, it was never the same. To me, his first mixtape and then his first CD are his two best pieces of work.
True.
And yeah, I don't know. He was never the same after that because he was like a normal dude at that point. And then it was after that point he kept on getting like more and more experimental with his music, and that's when he started wearing dresses and
the drugs. Man, he started doing the drugs,
doing a lot of drugs and being crazy. But that is crazy that Young Thug is like, damn, Cudi a rat, because they were just making fun of what's his name, Gunna for getting the YSL tat removed off,
exactly,
or covered up. Excuse me.
Exactly. So with this whole Kid Cudi situation, so let me tell you both sides. So Kid Cudi came to the stand. He was talking about the whole situation, how how he knew Cassie, how Diddy put him on with Cassie, how they were supposed to be making music, but then later on they ended up talking and dating and messing around. He went to our family house for the holidays. Also, he talks about that. Then he talks about how it basically just turned around and changed. How one day Cassie called him and was like, "Oh, she's scared. Diddy's gonna come and get him." He's like, "What do you mean Diddy's gonna come and get me?" She's like, "Oh, I gave Diddy your address." And then he was like,
"Why would she do that?"
Exactly, that's what he said. Why would you do that? And then that's when he ended up finding out.
He's snitching because she snitched on him.
I mean, hey, and so
she dropped his low.
Exactly, she dropped his low, gave it to him.
Wild.
So he went to go pick her up. And then he took her to a hotel so she can be safe. And then while this is all going down, he's trying to figure out what's going on. That's when he finds out that, that she's been calling Kid Cudi on the burner phone. It's not even her real phone. And that she's also been talking to Diddy at the same time. But he didn't know. He thought it was just whatever. And then that's when later on, that's when he finds out that Diddy ends up going to his house. One of the Diddy's assistants, employees ends up calling them and saying that, "Hey, you need to come to your house. Diddy's at your house." Kid Cudi ends up going to his house. Guess what? Diddy not there. But he goes in the house, finds out his dog is locked in the bathroom. All his gifts that he got his parents and his family members for Christmas is all stretched out on the table.
Oh yeah, and they said like the dog was traumatized. That it's like never acted the same since. It was locked in the bathroom, and it's like eternally scary. So I don't know if Diddy the dog, but it's really scary. I don't know. I hate Diddy. I always feel like that it turned out he didn't, but he could have possibly had something to do with Tupac. But I actually think where he's more at blame is I think he ended up getting Biggie out of the way.
True.
I think he might have had something to do with that. I don't know. Because when they looked at it, supposedly it was Tupac had some California stuff going on when he got taken out. And did they ever say who got Biggie? I don't think the West Coast ever claimed it.
Oh no, yeah. No, I mean, nobody ever really claimed who did that situation.
Because if people get the ops, they'll claim it even if it's low key on the low where there's no way they could get arrested for it. They'll do even like subliminal emojis.
True.
But there was like none of that.
I mean,
there wasn't emojis.
I got to do some research in that, see what happened to the whole Biggie murder mystery. But I mean, that was a crazy situation. A lot of people are mad that none of that information is coming up in this whole court case. That's what I'm saying. Like, this case is kind of boring. It's a DV case. Because, you know, they want to see, like, the real stuff. You want to see Justin Bieber getting power drives. You want to see...
Whoa, hold on.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
You are gay.
Horrible.
That is wild, Coast.
They want to see all
want to
that.
see the Justin Bieber Diddy Usher sandwich?
I mean,
that's what you're telling us? That you want the ultimate freak party videos, that you hoping that you get Dwight Howard to join the club?
I'm trying to see what made Meek Mill eat the French fries out of his lap at the pool. I'm just saying, it had to be something good.
I heard you eat French fries out of laps.
Nah, that's disgusting.
You're not a dream chaser.
Yeah, people mad. You're a fairy. Nah, but people mad about that. The whole Tupac murder situation. People mad about like that information didn't come out. People also mad about the whole the freak off. Like you see all these lawsuits going on. You seeing Jay-Z in these names, these lawsuits, Drewski in the lawsuits. Like you ain't seeing no videos of that. People want to see that stuff.
Well, yeah, because a
Like
lot of celebrities. I mean, for years, even when like social media like wasn't really the same, when it was like kind of like shows on MTV that showed the celebrity life, they always would even have like sometimes the Diddy parties and show that like they wouldn't really show it. They would maybe show people showing up, but it would be like all the celebrities, like literally all the A-list parties to go. And remember, he had the white party. He had the OG white party, right? Because Michael Rubin has a white party now, but Diddy was the originator of that, right?
And you know what's funny about that? They're trying to crucify Diddy and saying he throws his crazy parties to where like when ambulance and the paramedics have to be camped out outside and
they're like on site.
They're on site, or like they have to get the IV drip. And I'm like, well, I thought Michael Rubin and them always did that. He said it in the article, like that's on the norm, like that's the Hollywood thing to do, and that's what they don't want to do. They don't want to show all this stuff and get people to get to thinking like this is just normal Hollywood weird stuff.
Well, it's crazy because people always see like the Roman times back in the day, and those. I mean, they used to have real freak offs. I mean, probably I don't know if Diddy's freak offs got that bad.
It did.
Hopefully they didn't, because the Romans freak offs would involve everybody of every age. And I mean, it was ridiculous. I mean, if you've ever watched like some of the old Gladiator TV shows,
exactly,
they were like unforgivable. And it's crazy because you think that we as a society have matured beyond that, but then you see these celebrities and all these stories come out, and it's like that's like the same thing as being like one of the wealthy Romans, and they're still doing these freak offs. It's like the freak offs never stop.
Exactly. It's like the freak offs never stop. And just like I told you with the lady that they ended up calling Kid Cudi and saying, oh yeah, Diddy's at your house. That situation right there, they're trying to label that under the whole kidnapping charge. We'll talk about it on the next episode. And then the whole arson thing, they're trying to say with the arson, they're trying to say that Kid Cudi, after the whole Diddy situation happened, how he ended up seeing Diddy. He says when he's walked up to Diddy, he's seen Diddy as a super villain. Because Diddy was
super villain.
Basically, yeah, because Diddy was looking all stoked, not saying any, keeping it all cool, keeping it all calm, like he don't know what's going on.
Hey, he said, remember when he was the Joker and freaked everyone out?
Exactly.
Because he was like all off the perks and he had a full Joker paint up, and he was out there in the streets with like a fake Tommy gun.
Diddy's crazy. Exactly. So he said he basically said he met Diddy at a restaurant. When he met Diddy at the restaurant,
Cudi?
Yeah, Cudi.
For what?
To talk about the situation, because he said he can't
man to man.
He talk man to man about you broke into my house. What's going on with my dog? And he said the whole situation about the break into the house. Kid Cudi has cameras, but none of the cameras show Diddy in the house. The cameras were pointed down.
Oh wow.
So you have that situation.
That's Diddy powers.
Then on top of that, Kid Cudi goes to meet Diddy to talk about the situation. Diddy's all cool and calm. He ain't saying nothing. Then a few minutes later, Cassie pull up. This situation just happened. You would think Cassie come up with the Kid Cudi, but no, she walks up to Diddy, kisses Diddy, and be like, I mean, me and Diddy got history. And then,
man, these industry blunts is wild.
Exactly. So you have that situation. Then a couple of weeks after that, Kid Cudi's like he was out. His nanny for his pet basically calls him and says that his car is on fire. His car is on fire. He drives all the way to his home to see the car. His friend calls him and verifies, yeah, your car is on fire. It was a Molotov cocktail bomb basically thrown in the driver's side of his car. Somebody cut it open. They threw it in the driver's side. And then Diddy's defense team said that, oh yeah, Kid Cudi, did you know that the DNA was tested on the bomb? And he was like, nah, I didn't know. So what happened? He's like, it was girl DNA on it. And then that's when the prosecuting team.
So they said it was Cassie.
They said it was girl DNA. That's when the other teams, the other.
I mean, she's there. They should be able to get a sample.
She's gone. I mean, it could, but okay. What the feds basically said was that it was inconclusive. It was not enough to say it was a girl, but it is enough to say it was a girl. And then that's what Diddy's team trying to throw that whole the arson thing out, because it's all he say. Nobody got video evidence of it. It shows female DNA on it. Judge is trying to throw the thing out. Why are you trying to throw the thing out? If you throw the thing out,
you just gotta throw the thing out.
Nah, you can't throw the thing out. I say end up like Diddy. But yeah, so I mean, so basically, like I said, I mean, I feel like this whole situation in a nutshell, I feel like Diddy may be cooked, because out of all these charges here, you just gotta prove two. You just gotta prove two. I mean, the kidnapping, he may beat that. The arson, he may beat that. But the forced labor laws, he got everybody saying they're working over 100 hours. That's forced labor.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely looking into that. Definitely gotta check out. Definitely gotta check out those rules.
You gotta check out those rules.
Check out them rules. Let's see what we're working with.
This is it, man. Also, man, and then on top of that, the trafficking part. I mean, you see all the male performers coming there saying like, oh yeah, even though Cassie paid me, we still went there and did it. You know, sometimes we drove out of town. That's, you know.
What do they mean? What do you mean by this? We still went there and did it?
We still went to the. I mean, they still went to the party and had sex with Cassie. But the thing with me is that I don't understand. The thing that I don't understand is the fact that a lot of them are saying, like, yeah, Cassie paid me, but I would have did this for free. It was times where I just wanted to hang out.
They weren't paying me for my time. They were paying for me to get there.
Basically, or like it was,
and the experience was mine.
Or like sometimes they say they'll come over there and then like they'll be sitting there chilling on the couch and then like nothing end up happening and then they still get paid. So it was like sometimes they didn't get paid, sometimes they did get paid. They said they accepted it. Then on top of that, these are all consenting adults. Ain't no M. They all over the age of 25. It's like and a lot of them are saying like they weren't drugged. They're saying like, oh yeah, did Diddy ever beat you up or make you do anything? And the most they're saying is like, Diddy rubbed my nut on his nipples.
You know, I'm definitely when we make it big, and get our first big time contract, I'm definitely when you fall asleep, let's just say you might be Apple tagged.
That's disgusting.
So that way, if you get lost, you can always be found.
What?
I could imagine. It's going to be like one of those situations where you're moving through a crowd and I'm going to look back and be, where are my co-hosts? And then it's going to be like, he's at some party. He's at some celebrity party.
I don't even know what
he's hanging out with Bruce Willis. And I'm like, nah, I already thought of this. We got a tracker.
Oh, Lord, disgusting. That's horrible, disgusting.
Me and Seth will save you.
Disgusting. But y'all comment down below how y'all feel about the Diddy case so far. I mean, they're saying right now Cassie is in labor. She was due to give birth to a kid the first week of June anyway. So she's on schedule. Hopefully she gives birth to a healthy baby. What if she nicknamed the kid Diddy? You don't think so?
Then we're living, and definitely this world is a simulation. 100% confirmed that happens. We are living in a simulation,
she sued Diddy
and none of this is real.
She sued Diddy for $20 million. She take him to jail for 20 years. Then she named the kid Sean as a middle name.
Sean D.
Hey, yo. That's horrible.
Sean Diddle.
That's disgusting. But this word is an artificial simulation, like my co-host said. But speaking of more...
Did you say artificial insemination?
Hey, yo. This ain't iRobot. Nah, but speaking of iRobot...
I was going to ask you a question. What level of fandom would you want to reach? If we were able to get like ridiculously famous at one point, would you want to be like Theo Von famous or like Joe Rogan famous? Or you want to be Charlemagne famous? You want to be Brad Pitt famous? You want to be Jay-Z famous? Beyonce famous? Lady Gaga famous? What level of famous?
I want to be.
What celebrity equivalent famous would you want to be?
Bill Cosby. It was pretty. Everybody know Bill Cosby.
You see why I have to have a tracker?
What?
It's not only for his safety; it's for yours.
This ain't no infomercial. What the hell?
Yes, it is.
Horrible.
Elon already got the hookup. Because the first option was for you to fall asleep and then see how far we could get the Apple tag.
Disgusting. But y'all comment down below how y'all feel about this whole Diddy case. Do you feel like Diddy got a chance? Do you feel like it's still DV, or is it strictly he going down for the racketeering charge?
Let's just go ahead and give him life sentence and get this over with.
No, we gonna hope that. I mean, I feel like he finna get charged, and then Trump finna pardon him and be like,
Nah. Give him
4 years is enough.
Give him 30, make him do 15.
I mean, it said it is crazy that Suge Knight is locked up right now and Diddy's locked up.
Yeah, wait, how old is Diddy?
Diddy's like in his late 50s, 60 or something.
You want to ask your phone? What's your phone?
I don't.
I'm looking it up. Go ahead.
Yeah, they saying Diddy like.
Hey Siri, how old is Diddy?
The phone don't even care.
Hey Siri, how old is P Diddy?
Don't even care. Look at that. Told you.
He's 55, baby.
Why did you think you have a British accent?
Because it's fun. Because it's not funny.
He's a fucking goofy. Horrible.
55, yeah.
No, yeah, he is up there. But y'all comment down below how y'all feel.
Let him out when he's keep him till he's 75.
Just give him 20.
So that way he has
20,
like 5. He has like 5 years to live.
He's too rich.
I don't think Diddy's living past 80.
Listen, yeah, R. Kelly would have been out.
I mean, he's a billionaire. He might end up like Futurama and put his head in a jar. Comment down below. Would you rather have your head put in a jar or have a digital copy of yourself put in the Matrix?
I don't know, but I really don't want to be like this next topic here, man. It looks like everybody's favorite NFL superstar.
Travis Hunter reportedly marries without a prenup. We try to warn you, bro. Gives wife $200K. Brabus on the same day and signs $46 million NFL contract.
Exactly.
What is the Brabus? Is that like a purse or something, or is that a ring or jewelry? I'm not familiar with that. That's a certain type of purse
a car,
or a car.
It's probably. I think it's a car.
So I'm gonna look that up.
So yeah, look that up. So basically, if you don't know, man, looks like here, Travis Hunter finally tied the knot. I mean, he been said that he was gonna.
Oh, it's a car. It's a Mercedes Benz.
Yeah.
It is. This one right here is $210,000.
He paid that guap. Is that NIL money?
He's pro now.
Exactly. But I mean, yeah, if you didn't know, man, Travis Hunter been said it from the get-go that he was finna marry his girlfriend, even if everybody said that she had all the embarrassing videos out there basically saying that, I don't care if my homegirl had to make me talk to him. I love him all the time.
This is wild. This is an awesome vehicle. She does not deserve this.
You a hater.
I am gonna hate. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm 100% a hater right now. This is ridiculous.
I mean, hey,
because she's not even like everyone's been telling him, dude. Like she's not even good. Like Travis
That's
Hunter,
why I
like
it under her name.
I like Travis Hunter as a person and an athlete, and it seems like he's like a gentle soul person, and it just seems like this girl is the opposite. I don't know her history, but it just seems like she's been caught in a lot of handful of suspect situations, and Travis constantly gives her the benefit of the doubt. And for him to marry her without a prenup, I mean, he just got paid $46 million. I mean, who knows how much they might award her? Sometimes they even give them more than 50%.
Sure.
When you go through a divorce with a person, depending on the situation. But I don't know, man. It's just crazy. It's like you would think he would have his financial advisor would tell him, "Please don't do this."
I mean, you got the money for it. I mean, he really don't care. He does really. He live a minimalist lifestyle. Because when you see him talk, he only talks about fishing. He's trying to play wide receiver and cornerback and go fishing. That's all he's really trying to do, and do little crazy TikTok dances.
I mean, fishing can be an expensive hobby, especially if you want to have your own boat.
He already got that.
And get like the newest rods and stuff. I'm not a fisherman, so I don't know. But
it
seems like you can put a lot of money into that.
I do know he already has a boat because I remember he did tell him that he called Deion Sanders to go pick up his boat and everything. But we got a video right here of Travis Hunter's wedding and also the vehicle that he bought her.
The Brabus?
The Brabus.
Put in the comments below if there's like a certain way to say that. It's like almost like a G-Wagon or Jeep, but like cooler. Oh yeah, 200K. Blacked out.
Better when I tell her I only want her. I don't want nobody else. I don't look at nobody else.
Don't put that in the video.
No, put that in the video. Keep that right in the video.
I think he done got married on us and ain't told nobody.
Nah, not yet.
Not yet. I like it. Cause I'm gonna do your prenup for you. It's gonna be about this thick.
And that was back when he was at Jackson State. He was talking about the prenup situation. So,
God dang, man.
So you know,
I remember that. That's a screenshot from where it was like a big game. As soon as he gets off the field, he's all happy and trying to give her a hug, and she's giving him the cold shoulder. And they're like, "Why are you trying to take away from his moment?"
Hey, I mean, all that don't matter. He still got it $100K ring. I mean, he still put it on a finger. So I mean, it don't matter. It's all up to Travis Hunter now. I mean, he says he's happy. Just so you know, they're saying 60 to 80% of NFL players end up in divorce.
I'm sure there's that goes on. I mean, you see the divorce rate in the United States is already above 50%.
True.
So you're already in an uphill battle. And then when you're someone that has a large amount of money, and you know that, like you say, you know, typically they, especially if there's children involved, the mother of the children usually gets taken care of because she's going to be the main caregiver. And so I'm not surprised that it's what did you say, 70, 80?
Well, yes, was 60 to 80%.
60 to 80, usually somewhere in between there. I mean, that's above average to absurd.
Exactly. And you remember, I think, were you there when did you see the Paul Pierce where he said he got a divorce also? So I mean, yeah, he got a divorce. I mean, it's a lot of other football players that got a divorce. So I mean, with this situation, and you just got into the NFL, so you ain't even see the amount of groupies that you about to get. You about to be the star in Jacksonville, so you know it's about to be hard. I mean, he's
just gonna take his Nintendo Switch everywhere or his Stream Deck.
You gotta look
He's like, I got the games.
You gotta look down. You gotta look down and keep walking, brother. You gotta look down and keep walking, because I mean, since you didn't sign that prenup, she can definitely take it. But then also when I'm doing my research, you find out that prenups aren't even 100%. Because you know they can
contest them.
You can always contest them, and they can always be like, "Oh yeah, I was under duress when I signed this paperwork. He gave it to me the last minute, or but he gave it to me like 2 months before the wedding, and he made me sign it."
And even with the prenup, since she would be marrying him so early in his career, any money that he made, they still may say that she deserves a large portion. She would literally have to say paperwork that she's not entitled to anything and agree to it, and have one of those type of prenups for her to not get any money. And I think I'm not someone that's super into law or anything, but maybe it's depending on your state on how it goes. But I think that even with her marrying him this young, she would still be entitled to a lot in most states. But correct me if I'm wrong or you know better down below in the comments. So, but she's already hooked up.
She is definitely already hooked up. I mean, he could be just
like work out. They could be married for life.
True, or he could be like the dude from Barstools. I forgot his name. The owner of Barstools. How he talked about recently how his ex-wife still has access to his bank account.
One of his bank accounts.
And she's like, he doesn't. She's like, oh yeah, I trust her. Like she's not gonna spend everything. And like even if she does, I wouldn't even realize it was gone. And I'm like,
so much money. That's crazy to have like so much millions of dollars that like if your ex-wife wanted to get like, oh, I need a new back porch, so I'm going to spend $40,000. You'd be like, well, I don't care.
Yeah,
that's wild. But he said that she was with him when he had nothing. So if he feels like that she put in the work, that she was shooting him with him in the gym, and it's honestly rare. But if it was a mutual breakup where they both respect each other and there's no ill will, maybe that's why he's doing that way. That's his way to thank her. So that's cool, and that's unique that he has that.
True. Yeah. And then it was also cool is that, I mean, everybody does hate on Travis Hunter, but if you really think about it,
I hope the best for him. I hope they stay married for life. I hope Travis never gets hurt. It's just all the signs pointed that she wasn't married. In the best headspace, or she just honestly just a lot of red flags. But who knows? Maybe she's married now. They're getting older, and maybe they're kind of out of the college environment that she'll mature, and they could be married forever. So
she may end up on Basketball Wives 11 Hip Hop
and be perfectly content. She'll get her shot at social media. Who knows? Maybe she'll get like a gym sponsorship. Maybe they'll be like Steph Curry's wife.
Oh Lord!
And she'll get her own cooking show. So you never know, but I hope that Travis it works out for him.
Yeah, I definitely hope that too. But y'all comment down below how y'all feel about this whole Travis situation. Do you feel like he a dummy for not doing a prenup, or you feel like, man, that fool? I mean, he got $46 million. He don't need all that money.
Are so mean, man.
They be going
They're
in on
like, we tried to save him, and
don't
it shows
listen.
like all these gifs of like people falling on their knees. They're like, no, save him.
You don't see exactly. We tried. I mean, now he gotta learn on. He gotta touch himself. He gotta touch the stove on his own to find out it's hot.
Hey, he's got a wife. You don't gotta touch yourself no more.
Hey, yo.
But speaking of inappropriate touching, a lawsuit filed by a former Phoenix Suns employee is accusing CEO Josh, Bartelstein, of having improper relationship with former Mercury star Sophia Cunningham. And it looks like she released her own personal message on IG saying, "I'm deeply saddened by the recent false accusations made against me by Gene Taylor, someone I do not know and have never met. Let me be clear. His statements are untrue and extremely hurtful. I'm here to compete, play basketball at the highest level, win for my team and my fans, while inspiring other women that they can do or be anything they ever dream of becoming. I hold myself to the highest integrity, and my values are what guide me on and off the court. To the media who reported on this, I have always spoken the truth and been transparent with any press inquiry. In this instance, it feels irresponsible that I was never asked for a comment about the accusation before several clickbait stories went to print. I will not let untrue gossip take my focus away from what is most important to me, which is basketball, my supportive team, and my fans." Sophia Cunningham. That was her statement.
Exactly. So basically what's going on here is that Gene's taking the whole ship down, man. Gene is pissed off, man. Basically what's going on is so you know what's funny? Gene is the security guard. He's the director of the security guard group.
What did he do to piss him off?
He's director of security guard and a risk management group. Basically, what was going on is that Gene was snitching too much. Gene was telling the people about several instances where like things wasn't going on properly. People were sneaking in. People were giving their ID and sneaking in with knives. It was a situation.
What? It was a WNBA game.
No,
they were playing to be like Ja Wick.
No, and also, WNBA game and NBA game because he's the owner of also the Suns. Also
the regular Suns.
He works in security. He's security guard. So he's security guard both.
Yeah, it's the Phoenix Mercury and the Phoenix Suns. He's the owner of both. Okay.
Yeah, and the security guard Gene, he's security guards both the female games and the guy games. So it's like one of the guy
sees everything.
Sees everything. One of the guy games they were playing in San Antonio. Somebody snuck a gun in. So basically, he's basically telling
all the cheese man about what went on with the arena.
Exactly, and also he went and told him about Craig. Craig is also the vice president of the security team.
We're down south in Texas, and it's like we cannot escape bad weather. My car got absolutely abused by hail, but I'm gonna turn that in. Hopefully, get a new car.
Exactly.
But
so basically, what's going on is that Gene said that you got people sneaking in with knives, you got people sneaking in with guns, and on top of that, Craig, the vice president of the security group, he's out here saying that Sophia Cunningham is out here smashing the CEO, smashing the CEO.
Who? Sophie or somebody else?
Well, Sophie is out here smashing the CEO.
Yeah.
That's what Gene is out here snitching and saying. So it's like another thing he's out here telling, and basically
you can't smash one of your players when you own the team.
Exactly, and so basically,
conflict of interest.
You thought Gene was finna get a promotion. You thought something was finna happen, something was finna change, but no, Gene ended up getting demoted. He out here getting less hours. They basically letting him go. So Gene.
It's like you want to play hardball.
Exactly.
I'm gonna show y'all.
So, he filed the lawsuit. He put all this in the lawsuit, and to make matters even worse, so you got this situation. Then you got Jean's lawyer. Jean's lawyer's named Cherie Wright. Cherie Wright has been trying to sue the Phoenix Suns and the Mercuries for a very long time now. She has at least 4 lawsuits out against the Suns.
So anytime someone's against the Suns, she's like, I'll take the case.
Exactly.
Okay.
She said she's gonna take the case. I mean, right now the Suns and the Mercury said, like, we know this lady. She's basically been disbarred before. They're trying to attack her credibility, saying like this is just a money grab, and we're not gonna give him a dime.
Yeah.
Of this whole situation. So that's what just makes it all funny. Like, it's just so funny how even the upper management, people that make the rules that say don't have sex with the employees, you're having sex with the alleged employees, which is just
having intercourse.
Intercourse. Like, you've seen it with Ime Udoka.
Oh, yeah. He ruined his whole career. He built that team up from the ground up and got them to a championship level, and then ended up cheating with one of like the CEO's spouses.
Mm-hmm.
And so they fired him.
Exactly.
And then his team won the championship the next year after. He would have won his first championship, but no, he had to be greedy. He had to cheat on his Nia Long, his celebrity significant other. I think they were engaged too, right?
Yep.
And cheat, and it's like, if you're gonna cheat with people, why are you cheating with your boss's wife? That is wild.
Exactly. And then the whole Derek
That's
Fisher.
unhinged.
Then you had Derek Fisher remember, I think
what, Matt Barnes wore a diaper?
No, not with that. Remember, he was coaching Sparks, I think. And he ended up messing with somebody there.
One of his players?
One of the people on the team.
Derek Fisher can't stop.
Exactly.
He's unhinged.
Exactly. So you always got those situations, and then you got the whole Dwight Howard situation, how he ended up messing with the Royce Reed, the cheerleader.
Oh,
because the players aren't.
Oh yeah. She did the whole podcast with Cam Newton.
Mm-hmm. Because players aren't supposed to mess with the cheerleaders.
Yeah, they usually frown on that.
But I mean, hey, how you frown upon it if everybody doing it?
I don't know. Looks like Sophie's your type, co-host. Would you jeopardize your ownership of a team to hook up with Sophie?
Of course, every last dollar. I die for that snow bunny.
Dr. Umar's crying right now.
Disrespectful. But no, I mean, this situation is crazy. I mean, it's just a lawsuit. I don't know what's going to happen. The funny thing is how Sophie does deny it, but as soon as these allegations happen, they traded her away to the Fever.
Oh, yeah. They're like, you're not going to get interviewed about this every day. You're gone.
Exactly. Then on top of that, Josh, he ended up, his it wasn't his wife at the time. It was his soon-to-be wife. He married to her. Now he's always praising her, saying she's the best person since sliced bread.
Josh is praising Sophie?
Yeah. No, Josh is praising his wife that he cheated on.
Oh, he had a wife?
He was married. He was basically engaged.
Oh, so he's got to deny.
He denied it, and then on top of that, as soon as all this happened, he married her. And like he's trying to say,
and then he's like, I traded her. She's not even living here no more. She's gone.
Exactly. So everybody's denying it. She's over here trying to say this is just hurtful stuff that they're saying.
His wife made him trade her. I guarantee. She's like, you trade her or you're trading me out, exactly. And I'm taking half of your team.
Exactly.
And he's like, she's gone.
Deuces.
She gone.
Exactly. We'll get somebody else. But I mean, right now, Sophia's doing pretty good. Caitlin Clark just got injured. I think she's been gone for like 2 or 3 weeks. So she's gonna be.
Look at this guy thankful that Caitlin Clark got hurt.
Caitlin Clark's the GOAT. She's a savior. So I'm definitely not thankful about that. But y'all comment down below how you feel about this whole Sophie situation. Do you feel like I mean this whole rule about don't sleep with somebody at your job, it's BS, because if you look at the call center job and every other job, it's like it's always happening. Employees always messing around.
Sometimes you don't even like try to have it. Sometimes you go for an evening out with coworkers, and then you're like, why won't they leave me alone?
Exactly.
And then they Cosby you.
Next thing you know, they buying you tickets to the Spurs game, trying to raise you up.
So sometimes that's how it goes. Sometimes that's just how it goes.
That's just the way it is.
Next topic. Speaking of next topic, we're going to keep it up with the NBA. We got the, first team, second team, third team, all NBA. I'm going to get out of the way so you can see the pictures here. And we got the votes for first, second, and third. But what did hinder the teams is there was a 65-game requirement. So a lot of the top players did not qualify because if they had any type of medium injury, they basically didn't play enough games to qualify for any of the all-NBA teams.
Exactly, and I mean that's just so crazy. That's the crazy part about this rule that they just made. This is the second year of the 65 game eligibility, so players like KD, Luca, Kyrie, and Victor won't be able to make it. And then KD
Even though they all had great seasons, KD was short by like 3-4 games.
yeah, exactly. So I mean, he definitely pissed because those 3-4 games was basically management saying like, nah, just rest another day, you'll be all right. I mean, it's basically what it is. It was that close. So I mean, with that just basically sucks. You basically lost a lot of money out of that, and then you see with this list, you see all the people here that basically on the first top part, they were all basically most of them were in the running for the MVP race also, except for Donovan Mitchell, which I am surprised that Donovan Mitchell made it on the first team.
Yeah,
because I mean, if I had to think of regular season, I really don't think of Donovan Mitchell in the regular season. This past playoffs, yeah, he went off this past.
No, but he had a good regular season.
You think so?
And Cleveland was the first seed, the number 1 seed in the East. They almost had a season like OKC, where they had a lot of way more wins than pretty much the rest of the field. They even had more wins than the Celtics.
True,
given their roster.
True, I give you that, but at the same time, I
don't like the position list. That's honestly the main thing that I hate is how like they have like you look at the second team, they got 2 point guards, a shooting guard, a small forward, and a power forward. So there's really no center even on the second team. They do positionless. I feel like that they should still follow position. So like for me, I would actually had Shea on first team. But I wouldn't. I don't know. I would have had Anthony Edwards
or Şengün.
No. I would have had Anthony Edwards over Donovan Mitchell. But I guess Donovan Mitchell, given having probably close stats and a way better record, that they gave him the nod. So I'm actually okay with Donovan at the 2 being the best shooting guard. At the 3, I would have probably put LeBron James, given his stats. I think LeBron had in the Lakers were around, I think the Celtics were 2 or 3 and the Lakers were 3. And so I would have got with LeBron at the 3, and then I'm perfectly fine with Giannis at the 4 and Joker at the 5. But you're right. I probably would have that would have made Karl Anthony Towns be the center on the second team. Because even though he's playing power forward in the playoffs in this conference finals, the whole year he started at center.
True. The whole year he did start at center. And then speaking of LeBron James, this is his 21st consecutive All-NBA honors. I mean, it's nobody right now close to him. The closest person to him is 15, and the people that got 15 is like Kobe, Duncan, and Kareem. And then
LeBron's the king of longevity. That's for sure.
And I think Steph Curry's on his 11th one. Yeah. So I mean, by the time he retires, he's probably gonna hit, I would say 13, maybe 14.
And see, for me, Jalen Brunson had just as good or better a year than Curry. So I would have had, you could make an argument for either one, but I would probably give Jalen the nudge. I would give Jalen the second team point guard, and since Curry's not a 2, I would have Curry be the third All-NBA team, and I would have Anthony Edwards be the shooting guard, and then I would have Jason Tatum be the small forward. And then Big Cat at the center, and then you would have to have who is the next best power forward, and they're not even listed.
Şengün was the
Şengün plays center. I don't know if Şengün played enough games. He did get injured a few times throughout the year. If we're going off the 65 game rule,
they're saying that the next 2 people would be him and him. It's only him and Jaren Jackson, unless you can put another.
Jaren Jackson plays power forward. You probably could have put Jaren Jackson at power forward on the second team.
But you know how the Memphis didn't want to pay him more money if he would have made it. If you'd have made an All NBA team or a
he would have qualified for way more.
Yeah, so he wasn't gonna get that. I mean, center wise, Sabonis is the power forward.
No, I think they have him play center. They have him play center with Sacramento. Pretty sure they don't have a big next to him. I'm pretty sure he's playing the 5.
It could be. Yeah, I mean, you got Sabonis. You could have put him in. He could have been. But the Kings was just so horrible this year. And on top of that, he did get injured too.
I don't know if he qualified.
Yeah, and
that's why they say when you look at this list of players.
No. I got a center.
Half of these dudes on these lists are not top 12 players, but they're making first, second, or third team.
You know what's funny? The other center would have been the center for the Clippers.
Oh,
Zubac?
Zubac.
Yep.
Yeah, Zubac.
It'd have been him.
Yeah. Yeah, Zubac actually had a great year, and he played good in the playoffs, even though the Clippers lost.
Or if AD didn't get hurt and injured, it would have been AD. AD would have been up there. But I mean, with this whole all NBA lineup, I feel like they gotta, with the 65 games, they may have to lower it, or they have to like tweak the rules where like injuries don't count. Like some injuries, like we gotta.
No, I think you should have to play a certain amount of games, but given how much they have to play back-to-backs and all of that, I would honestly say 60 games is good. Because you got to play 82. So I think playing 60 out of 82, that's a good you're letting them miss 22 games. That's a fair amount. And it's definitely, I think, it's more than half. It's, it's way more than half. So it's like, I think that's a good enough percentage where that's fair. But 65 is tough. Especially you get one medium injury and then you can't qualify for any NBA teams. Even if you average 70 points a game, you can't qualify.
True. And I'm surprised that K Cunningham was on the third team and not the first team. I put K Cunningham over Jalen Brunson just because it's when you think of the Pistons.
You could make that argument. Pistons were not picked to make the playoffs, and he had them have home court.
Exactly, he had them having home court. I mean, Jalen Brunson got a star-studded team. He got he got Towns on the team. He got OG on the team, and he got Mikal on the team. So I mean, you gotta think about that. And then, Donovan Mitchell is good, but Donovan Mitchell got a squad on the team.
I think right now in the NBA there is a lack of talent at the shooting guard position. Really, if you think about it, who's the best shooting guard in the league? It might be Donovan Mitchell.
Ant.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those are the two best shooting guards in the league. I personally would pick Ant over Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
But Donovan's had a few solid years, and he's done, even though he hasn't gone that far in the playoffs. I think he did make a conference finals once in Utah. But that he's drawed some huge games in the playoffs. But Anthony has too. He's taking out some legends.
I mean,
I'm going with Anthony Edwards.
Only other,
and it's like Halliburton. If you're going off of point guards, there's no way Halliburton makes any team.
You think so?
No, because I'm saying Curry should be point guard, so Curry should be third team.
Yeah, I give you that.
You can make the argument. I would be fine with Curry being second team and Brunson being third team.
Yeah, I can see that.
Halliburton shouldn't be any team. Like, I actually want them to go by like what position you play. What position you play the largest percentage of time. Because I know a lot of guys play 2, sometimes 3 positions. But like, what are you playing the most percentage of? That's your position.
Yeah, I said the same thing. Whatever position you playing the most, that'll be your position. But y'all comment down below how y'all rating the All NBA.
Oh, I was gonna ask you real quick. When it comes to the Warriors, do you say that Curry's the one and Podziemski's the 2, or do you actually think that kind of Podziemski is the point and Curry's really more of a 2 on Golden State? Because if you think about it, he doesn't really bring the ball up the court. I mean, he's always been listed as a point guard because he's the shortest guy on his team. But if you actually think more of his playing style, seems like Draymond and Podziemski this year. But usually like Draymond or Andre Iguodala or even Sean Livingston, a lot of the other guys are actually doing the ball handling, and Curry's just running around.
Yeah, I feel like that. Podziemski's a point. He's playing the 2, but he's the point because you really only see him standing on the corner getting the shot. But it is times he brings the ball up, him or Draymond, and then Jimmy is trying to set screens.
Yeah, it seems like Podziemski and Draymond are the 2 main ball handlers, and then Jimmy does a little bit, and they're basically looking for Curry running around.
Yep.
And it's crazy because Curry's really small, and for him to, he always be listed at point, but really if you look at style of play, he's really more kind of has a career of a shooting guard.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Iverson. Super small, but was really more of a shooting than a point. He never had assists like that because Curry's really never been that great at assists. But any final words on this?
Man, LeBron James the GOAT. Comment down below how y'all feel.
Michael Jordan.
Horrible. Y'all comment down below how y'all feel about the NBA All-Star, NBA All-NBA voting this year. Did they get it right? Who did they miss? Will Trae Young ever get recognized? It's just disrespectful.
And then we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the NBA playoffs, the conference finals, and about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander winning the finals. Not the finals. He probably is, though. But winning the final or the MVP of the regular season. Do you think that Shea should have won it or Joker? What's your opinion?
Yeah, I
Because they
feel-
were basically the two guys in the running.
Yeah, I feel like Shea should have. I feel like Shea should have won it just because the Nuggets, team wise, they
Middle of the pack.
They just not there. Shea out here killing it, and on top of that, this would have been the Joker's third one in a row. We definitely don't want to see that. Give it to somebody else. I mean, because we did see back to back Giannis, and then we got back to back Joker. So yeah, we definitely want to see somebody different. And then on top of that, they beat him by like 18. They got him by like 18 games.
Yeah, I mean, I would say no for Shea because the Joker beat him in a lot of the categories. But when you look at being the best team in the league and being the best team by far as record wise, they won like 66, 67 games.
Yep.
And that's not that far off of those old Chicago Bulls or the Dynasty Warriors team. As far as they got close to getting in the 70s like those teams.
True.
Like 72-10 and 73-9. So I mean, we really haven't seen a team get close to the 70s in a while, as far as I remember. But that is pretty special. And given his stats were really close across the board, I think that's why he got the nod with the huge lead in team wins.
Yeah, that's why he got the nod. But it's just sad how like this is the 7th straight year that somebody that's not born and somebody not in the
An
USA.
international player has won the MVP. Yeah, I've seen people talk about it, but the international players honestly are just better. It's been a long time, basically since LeBron, that you've seen an American player come in and dominate.
Yeah, I mean, it has been a very long time. I mean, you had Westbrook and Kevin Durant then, but yeah, they all getting old. I mean, it's just
as of recent, there's been a bunch of players from LeBron and afterwards that were Americans that did great. But we finally got Cooper Flagg's about to come into the league, and he's the next prodigy.
Yeah.
I mean, Luka was the last prodigy, but he was international.
I think Luka's gonna win it this year just because they're talking about how like Luka's losing. Like you said, I'm gonna be focused on losing weight.
He went to a Real Madrid game, which is the Euro team he used to play for before he went pro. And they said he looks like he already lost 30 pounds and that he's already starting to look like skinny Luka because really you don't notice it. You know how they say he's overweight but he's still dropping a 30-point triple-double. But you're like, he looks fine. He looks like a normal person. But when you watch clips from him a couple years ago, you're like, yeah, he's like 30 to 40 pounds lighter. Like when he was in the bubble going against the Clippers, hitting the, step back game winner, you're like, yeah, he looked like almost like a different person right there.
He definitely did. I mean, that's why I feel like it's gonna be Luka's year, especially if they get a center. I mean, that's already
number one priority.
Yeah, that definitely should be that number one priority. Is finding a way to get a center, somebody that can make it a lot easier for Bron.
I already can't wait to
dribble. You can't get a
year.
regular one that you can't get a Rudy Gobert. You got to get somebody who can move around.
Yeah, Rudy's lame. I can't wait till next year when the Lakers actually get a team to build around Luka and LeBron. They'll get a real deal center, and then they're gonna, they already got Austin Reeves and Connect and some other guys I really like that are on contract. So I'm excited to see how the Lakers do next year with actually having a training camp instead of trying to put the team together at the trade deadline. And then also seeing the Dallas Mavericks, even though that was my team and I felt betrayed by the ownership and I'm a Lakers fan now. However that happened, never thought I would see the day. Just going for Luka. But I want to see how that team goes. And if they do make any trades this offseason, they need a guard because Kyrie's going to be out 2-3 months with his knee injury. And I want to see how good they're going to be. I think the West is going to be ridiculously tough next year. What's his name? Derek White or Drew Holiday. They said he's also in play. They also say Chris Paul might go to Dallas, but they just need an interim guy to run the point until Kyrie Irving gets back. But I think the West is going to be 10-12 teams deep after this season, and it's going to be really fun. But getting into the conference finals, we see OKC is up 3-1, and now the Pacers just won, so they're up 3-1. So it looks like it's going to be an OKC Pacers final. No one saw this coming. Do you think that's actually going to be what we see, or do you think that the Timberwolves or the Knicks will be able to overcome this.
I want the Knicks to come back, and overcome this situation, but I doubt that happens because coming down 3-1, you can't find a way to beat Indiana. I feel like the NBA is trying to get their money's worth. They're trying to push Indiana, stuff it all down our throats because we just had the NBA All-Star game in Indiana. Now we're gonna have the WNBA All-Star game in Indiana. Then they're gonna have the NBA then they're gonna have the championship games in Indiana. I mean, they finna rack up all types of money.
Yeah, the All-Star, the WNBA All-Star game, and then possibly the finals. That'd be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All within the same year.
Exactly, because I think the WNBA All-Star game is no later than July. And so you have this. So you have the NBA All-Star, the NBA Finals, which is going to happen at least by the second week, the second week of June.
Yep.
It's going to start. Then by the end of the next month, you have the WNBA All-Star game that's going to happen. So that's going to go crazy. So I mean, I don't care how much the WNBA is going to boycott that. They're going to make them go. But I mean, this NBA playoffs is just crazy. I mean, it's just disappointing how I didn't expect Tyrese Halliburton to show out like this. I mean, and especially Siakam. If Siakam takes this and wins another ring, he's gonna have 2 championship rings, and that means you're gonna have to put him in the great top 75.
I don't know about that, but he'll already have a great career. I don't know, top 75.
What do you mean? He's top 75.
He might be like top 200.
As a top, I mean, it has to be. Why not?
Top 150.
Why would you say that? He's gonna be top 2. He's gonna be number. He's gonna be a role player.
He's never been that guy. He's always been a second, third, fourth option.
What you mean?
He hasn't even been Robin. He's been like Batgirl or Alfred.
So what is he right now? Robin.
No.
You think
he's Batgirl right now?
Who's over him?
Miles Turner.
That's a lie. Miles Turner barely gets rebounds. He's always chucking up threes.
Nope. Miles Turner's the second best player.
I doubt. Look at the stats right now. Miles Turner hasn't even had a 30-point game run in this whole playoff series.
I'm still going Miles Turner.
And then on top of that, when you think about Toronto Raptors, it was Kawhi, then him, or maybe Fred.
It was crazy to think how good defense that the Raptors were when they had Kawhi, OG, and Siakam all on the same team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that you can't get better defense than that.
Yeah. You can't get no better the defense than that. Then on top of that, you got the other on the Western side, the Western Conference side, you got OKC versus the Timberwolves. I mean, Julius Randle's is showing that he's a bum. I feel like he's injured. I feel like he has something's going on with his shoulder because you only scoring 5 points.
He used all his juice against the Lakers. He ran out. He's on E.
I think he's on E. He's definitely on E. The role players got to step up. I mean, Michael Conley, he needs to score more points.
He's too old.
Yeah, he may be too old. Maybe we have to get rid of him. I think they may have to start Steven Chenzo over before him. Get a lot of shots.
Well, and then Anthony Edwards hasn't been aggressive enough. He was super docile in the first half of last game. He came out on the third quarter in a tear, and then was docile the whole fourth quarter. And he said, "Well, they were like double teaming me and stuff, so I just made the right pass."
Yeah, he can't.
Basically playing LeBron instead of just forcing it. Kobe would have forced it. But
Kobe wouldn't pay no. You think Kobe would have forced it?
It's just crazy how young Anthony Edwards is, and I know he's already beat some legendary players. But it seems like even last year against Dallas, when he was guarding Kyrie Irving in the conference finals, and they lost to Dallas, that he basically a big reason why they would lose is he would get too tired.
Mm-hmm.
You'd see him in the late third or fourth quarter, and he's hands on knees and like struggling, and it just seems like every year. 2 years in a row, he's got to the conference finals, but it looks like he's run out of gas each year.
You got to stop doing so you can't do both. You got to pick one. You got to either do offense or you got to play defense. You can't do both. You can't guard the best player, chase him through screens and everything because you want to announce it. You got
to get the next level of conditioning to do that.
Exactly, because I mean, Steph Curry runs around. Only one I know that Steph Curry runs around on offense, but I don't really see Steph Curry playing defense like that.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's weird.
Luka.
It's weird how the playoffs has basically become they're gonna pick on a matchup. Whoever's the weakest defender, we're gonna try them to defend the most possessions. And it's weird that people beat Golden State, but it's like, why don't they just do that every game to the Warriors? Why don't they just pick on Curry?
Like in the regular season?
Yeah, in the regular season or in the playoffs, it happens sometimes, but not that much. And that's literally how Cleveland, when LeBron beat them after being down 3-1 and came back and beat them in the finals, they did that for 3 games in a row, where they would just Kyrie Irving and LeBron would take turns picking on Curry because he couldn't guard either one of them. And it's like they literally won a championship just picking on him. And it's like crazy now that the playoffs has come to pick on a player, and try to get him out of the game.
Yeah, yes, see that, but they definitely need to pick at Dort because Dort is out here locking down all the stars on the Timberwolves. Because every time you see Anthony Edwards come down up the court, you see Dort run at him. He has to kick the ball out. Julius Randle ain't doing anything. You can't pass it to Rudy. Nas Reed, you barely hearing his name. You see he was a 3-point assassin. That was one of the reasons why they felt like they got rid of Cat. They felt like, we got Nas Reed can catch the ball and shoot. That's all we really need you to do. If you doing that anyways, you barely want to go down the court and back people down. You just want to catch the ball and do 3-point shots like you Dirk Nowitzki. We got Nas Reed.
Yeah, it was really a money thing. They knew Cat's contract was coming up, and they probably didn't want to pay a second player a max contract. And they're like, instead of having 2 max players with Anthony Edwards and Big Cat, we could trade Big Cat and get 2 above average players. So they got Julius Randle, who's been an all-star, a fringe all-star for the past few years, and DiVincenzo, who's been an above-average role player and could possibly be a starter if someone's injured or be a great 6-man. And so they went that route, and I honestly thought that they had a worse team this year than last year. I like last year's teams better.
I'm surprised they got this far.
It's really they ended up with the same exact result because I think they lost to Dallas in the gentleman's sweep 4-1 as well. So we'll see if they actually complete the gentleman's sweep.
Exactly. But y'all comment down below who y'all got making it to the championship game. Will New York or the Timberwolves find a way to pull it out? Or
I think the Knicks have a better chance of pulling off the miracle.
Yeah,
I think they can easily win game 3. Game 4 at home.
Yeah, it definitely depends on how they.
They might lose game 5.
Yeah, because I knew they wasn't gonna win this game because as soon as they announced that Tyrese Halliburton dad was gonna be back, especially after the whole little
Giannis
headbutt situation, you already know he was gonna go crazy. But y'all comment down below how y'all feel about that. But now it's time to talk about some new music. New Music Mondays, the original Dragon Ball. This is Dragon Ball Z TV show.
Oh yeah. It's from one of the movies.
Okay, I'm about to say which one does it look familiar?
I'm having a brain fart. It's the one with not Zarbon. Zarbon's from Frieza Force. I don't know. It's one of the later movies. It's where Trunks get his sword, but that's beyond the point. Check out our music playlist, Music Mix number 5. We got a whole bunch. I think almost 200 songs on here. Whose video is this?
We got Jay with Vaughn off.
With Vaughn off 1700.
Off 1700. Video is fire. Definitely go check that out. Also, I need to let us know what music y'all been listening to this week. You already know. We got the list right here, man. Playboy Cardi dropped. Ye dropped. Burna Boy dropped. Rod 49. Fredo. I forgot Fredo Bangs. I forgot this is Fredo Bangs.
Some fairies dropped. Denzel Curry, YG, 42 Doug, Lil Mabu, Plaqueboy Max. Check out who dropped. Let us know who you're excited about. Let's talk about my co-host's pick of the week.
Let Me Fly, Rod for a 9-man, 22 tracks. I want to say out of the 22 tracks, at least 8-9 of them is straight bangers. Y'all definitely gonna like this, man. He had Birdman on the album, so he definitely standing up.
Great features.
Exactly.
Birdman, G Herbo, Sexy Red.
Only song I didn't really. I still haven't heard that. The Huncho and Polo G, I still ain't hear that song. I really don't care for that one.
You listen to always got Lil Wayne and Cardi B?
Of course, I definitely had to listen to that one. The one he had Sexy Red and YTB, I definitely had to listen to that one too. He had YTB on that first. But yeah, I definitely need to check out that Let Me Fly by Rod 49. And also you need to check out my co-host pick. My co-host pick of the week is...
We got YFN Lucci. My dog is finally free.
Is it an album or a song?
And it's a single.
Okay.
January 31st, aka My Truth. It's on all streaming platforms. There's a video for it on YouTube. Check out Lucci. He has some great albums or mixtapes, excuse me, from back in the day, and it's gonna be neat to see what he does now. It's very interesting because it's like, as far as I remember, I know Lucci has that whole beef with Young Thug, but it seems like a lot of artists would work with both of them.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like Thug didn't like that as much, but Lucci was more understanding. Like, hey, it's just music.
Pretty much, we gonna see how it goes after this. I mean, YG, Young Thug's on probation, so we gotta see. But also, you definitely gotta check us out on Twitter, man, or X is known as X. Philly Supreme 305 is my name. My co-host is Papa O'Black. I promise you, man, I'm gonna get my co-host to tweet. But also, y'all need to make sure y'all support our channel, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe on IG. Make sure you subscribe on
Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, X, Twitch, Tales from the Crib everywhere. Check out QR codes. There's a TikTok QR code. There's a Crib Reactions Instagram. There's a Tales from the Crib podcast Instagram for Tales from the Crib and TFTC clips. We really don't have an Instagram from TFTC Gaming, so if we post on that, that's on Tales from the Crib as well. Crib Reactions is only Crib Reaction stuff, so check out the Crib Reactions IG. And maybe we'll get some dancing videos of my co-host on TikTok. I've randomly recorded him dancing, and maybe I'll make some cool edits. Be on the lookout for that.
Oh, I hate you.
But let's get us some outro music as we get the heck out of here. Thanks for tuning in with us. Another week of craziness and drama. There's a ton of... Hold on, let's wave, cause. See you later. But thanks for rocking with us.
We're rocking
with you. Tales from the Crib. We will see you next week.
Hey, but man, thank y'all for watching. You already know, man. It's episode 206, man. You already know. Timestamp's finna be at the bottom. Clips finna be coming real soon, man. Thank y'all for watching TFTC Clip Channel, man. It's steady growing. We almost at 5,000. Then next we're gonna hit 10,000. Then next we're gonna hit 50K, man. Hey, shout out to y'all. But hey, man, once again, this is Philly Supreme 305 with my co-host
Chico Grande, Chico 2 times. We will see y'all next week.